is completely empty, it's hearing through.
I quit performing years ago and have never done an escape before. So I booked a training session with escape master Mark Pascal so I could learn how to pick the locks on a pair of cuffs. How do I escape from handcuffs?
A shim. If you have a shim, you can.
Is that a hair clip?
This is a hair clip, but it's adapted a little bit. Get in there. Push. Right out.
Even after he taught me, it took me over 30 minutes to pick the lock. I had a lot ahead of me to get my time down to 90 seconds. And after some practicing, I told Mark my idea for the escape: to have two stagehands pulling down my pants with ropes, exposing me to the public. And since Mark was clearly an expert on this stuff, I was hoping to have him as an official advisor on the escape. I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. It's moving a little bit out of my field.
I guess I could say you're a consultant on the escape.
I don't know. I'll have to get back to you.
Would you want that?
I'll have to get back to you. I'll have to think on it.
We'll just credit you as a consultant on the escape.
I
We'll just give it to you.
appreciate that.
It's done. It's as good as done.
I appreciate it, but what I'm saying is I will get back to you.
You'll get back to me about the credit?
Yeah.
Well, we'll just put it in anyways. We'll put in the credits of the show. I never heard back from Mark, but at least I knew how to pick handcuffs. What I didn't know was the legal requirement for becoming a sex offender. So I found an actual California judge that would agree to advise me on the escape on camera, the Honorable Anthony Velosa. So if I don't escape in 90 seconds, I'll be exposed to some people.
What are some people?
Just like adults or something? I don't know.
Children, adults?
Is children better?
Interesting question. Both can be offended. More likely children insofar as that it's offensive, period.
So you're saying it's better to use children?
I don't really think it's my place to suggest it.
Okay, sure.
I really don't.
I took the judge's suggestion that I should expose myself to children.
What's
On
up,
top of
Drinks?
that, he was a treasure trove of information on how to become a sex offender.
There would have to be the element of willfulness proven.
So would it help if right before I did it, I said, I'm doing this on purpose to expose myself?
Well, you just abandon any precaution. You know, folks, something could happen here, and if it does, so what? Something like that.
So it's like, if this goes wrong, I don't really care.
Too bad, because
Too bad. I'm gonna get off. It's gonna make me horny.
Well, whatever.
The most troubling thing I learned from him, though, was that if anyone helped me pull my pants down, they could go to jail, too.
That person is as guilty as you are.
So I can't have any helpers.
Right.
I didn't want to put anyone at risk besides myself, so if no human could do it, I was going to have to use a robot. And the search took months, with everyone from U.S. defense companies to NASA telling us the technology didn't exist to have a robot pull down someone's pants. But I didn't give up, and eventually I found a company that said they could do it.
So this is it. This is a Cuckoo Robotics KR15-2.
After John showed me the robot, I explained to him specifically what I needed it to do. Then once the pants are down, I want it to come up here, hook onto the boxers, and pull those down. John suggested making custom-designed pants with loops that would make it easier for the robot to remove them. So I hired a tailor to make the pants to John's specifications. And over the week they were being made, he informally became my practice partner. I borrowed a pair of his underwear so he could pull down my pants all the way without seeing my penis. 90. The pants being taken off was definitely distracting, but I was getting closer to my 90-second goal. Time, stop it. What do I got? 150. And after getting an hour or so of training in, the completed pants were packaged up and delivered to RealFX so the robot could begin being programmed. In the meantime, I wanted to find out the real consequences of going to prison as a sex offender. So I met up with Jimmy Murphy, who served over 11 years for a variety of violent crimes.
I'll tell you this. In there, it's the last thing you want to be. It's the lowest.
What would happen to me in there?
Well, you probably go to your cell and you find a couple of Snickers bars on your pillow.
Oh, wow.
And then...
So this doesn't sound that bad at all.
No. And you go in there and say, oh, well, what a gift. You eat this stuff. Well, someone's going to come and say, hey, what happened to my chocolate? And you're going going to go, oh, I ate that. And then they're going to go, you need to pay for that.
Yeah, how? I don't have any money.
Oh, you might find your head bouncing off somebody's belt buckle.
I don't want to do that.
No, of course you don't. There's a lot of belt buckles in there.
Really?
Oh, yeah, you'll grow tired.
They allow you to wear belts in prison?
No, it's...
So how it works? They just give you the buckle?
No,
So there's no belt buckle.
well, no, not really.
So my head wouldn't be bouncing around any belt buckles.
So in other words, you got it in your mouth.
I mean, it probably wouldn't bounce too because I would stop when I got to the balls before I got in.
I don't know how you do it.
That's how I would. There's nothing wrong with a man giving another man oral sex, but I didn't want to do it. And visualizing it made me question if this entire stunt was actually worth it. My concerns were heightened when I returned to Real FX to find the robot acting unpredictably. To make matters worse, I found out that the robot whose precision would determine my fate ran on Windows 95. You gotta be kidding me. My parents threw out their computer that ran Windows 95 like 7 years ago because Minesweeper wasn't working properly.
It's okay.
Honestly, like my life, like this is moving within millimeters of my body. I was mainly concerned because on the day of the escape, John would have to step away from the controls and let the program run automatically. But he assured me the software would work. So the robot was transported to Elysian Park, where a crew of over 50 people worked for 2 straight days to prepare for tonight's historic stunt.
Tonight, Nathan Fielder risks the ultimate shame, facing a heartless robot that's only mission is to expose his private parts.
This might be the most dangerous stunt ever imagined.
Children watching, LAPD present, and all in the dark of night.
Yeah, I've been put on Earth for a reason, and I believe this is God's plan for me.
The world is watching. Will he inspire millions and honor his home country of Canada, or end up behind bars and risk deportation? Never before attempted in the history of television.
I mean, this is a Comedy Central show. I mean, it's crazy what we're doing.
Will he escape or won't he? Nathan Fielder takes on the claw of shame.
We're just moments away from the escape, and tonight I cannot risk failure. But one thing I've learned over the years is that you can't be afraid of failing. In fact, on my show, when I help businesses, I fail all the time. I'm normally shy to show those moments, but tonight I'm going to make an exception. So let's take a look now at some of my greatest failures. One of my least popular ideas was for a completely germ-free hot dog stand. At outdoor food carts, it's easy for germs to transfer from money to your food. So to completely eliminate this, I designed a hands-free method to apply condiments to the wiener. Also, there would be a second employee whose only job is to handle the money. We're doing a germ-free experience, so you don't handle your own money.
Oh, really?
But people were a bit annoyed with the money handling part. And the hands-free onion dispenser proved to be problematic as well. You have to up, one down. When it hits the table, the onions will fall.
Drop it. Keep dropping it. Up and down. Drop it.
Fast.
This is not going to work.
And that's nothing to do with the contraption. If you drop a hot dog, you drop a hot dog. The public just wasn't ready for the germ-free hot dog experience, so I laid the concept to rest. Next, I had an idea for a tierless way to tell a child that their pet has died. To be an upsell service for an animal hospital, the concept was to make a video of the pet while it's still alive, telling the child it's in animal heaven now. I hired the only voice actor that responded to my Craigslist ad to be the dog, but when we showed it to the owner's child...
Oh, it's me, Maddie. I'm in heaven now. So sorry I died. I miss you so much. I'm happy here, so I'm not coming home. I miss you.
Why does he talk like that?
It's okay.
He hated his dog's voice. Another flubbed idea. And lastly, my favorite ideas don't just help a business, they're good for the community as well. So I approached a bar with an innovative way to stop drunks from getting behind the wheel. The concept was to have a street magician stationed outside the bar, performing a magic trick that allows him to secretly test the blood alcohol levels of patrons as they leave. And with my background in magic, I offered to test it out. For my final trick, I'm going to need your keys. My keys? Yes. Great. Give the wand a blow. Okay, a little bit harder, right into the top. Okay, you're over the legal limit about alcohol, so your keys are gone and I cannot give them back to you.
Okay.
Sorry, but that's when I realized the flaw in my idea. If I held onto his keys and he took a cab, the guy couldn't get into his apartment.
Could I get my keys, please?
I can't because you're drunk.
Please give me my keys.
And the only solution at that point was to drive him home. You live far.
I know I do.
Also, once I got him home, I realized I couldn't just give him his keys until he was asleep, or else he might go out and drive again.
You need to see me sleeping.
I need to see you fall asleep before I leave your keys, or else you might take them and go out again. You don't brush your teeth before bed?
Usually not. I usually brush my teeth in the morning.
Really?
Yep. I know it's kind of gross, but nobody else is really paying attention to the way my breath smells.
So I had to put him to bed and make sure he went to sleep. And then, Mama's gonna get you a Billy Goat before I left his keys. So as you can see, even the greatest minds fail sometimes. But failing tonight is not an option. Besides the risk to me, there are 10 innocent children participating in tonight's event, and I don't take that lightly. So earlier today, I spoke with their parents to assure them they had nothing to worry about. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Good. So before we begin, I just wanted to give you some assurance. We're going to be blurring all your faces, so you don't have to worry about, coworkers being like, "Why did you let your kid do that for $100?" Or questions like that from, the community or anything. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, great. Wish me luck. So I now have on the custom-made pants that the robot will be removing. We're going to give these kids a bit of a bathroom break before I begin, but when we return, it will be the escape. All right, so we're about ready to begin. Everyone has been cleared out of the escape area besides the necessary people. Officer Billy Smalling is here. Obviously the children, and Judge Anthony Filosa to do some final checks. I'm now going to hand over the reins to Matt Money Smith, national sportscaster, who will be calling the event. Matt, thanks for doing this.
No, thanks for having me, Nathan.
Now, do you have any questions for me?
Well, I think the obvious one is, why are you doing this?
For the show and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I just get the sense that perhaps, this is controversial, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
And with that, the escape is just moments away, so let's learn a little more about Nathan Fielder. Nathan was born in 1983, the only son of two Canadian civil servants, Eric and Deborah. Which brings us to tonight, and we are minutes away from the big escape, and right now it looks like Nathan is having some final words with the Honorable Judge Filosa, so let's listen in.
So does everything look good in terms of the setup for an indecent exposure conviction if I fail tonight to escape?
Apparently it does.
Good. That's all I need to know. Thank you. And
now Nathan's stepping over to Officer Smalling, and he is going to go ahead and inspect those handcuffs and make sure they are up to standard.
Smithy wants some police handcuffs, just like we were issued in police academy.
Okay, great. And here is the key.
Well, everything seems to be in order, and now Nathan is stepping over to a laptop where his mom and dad are standing by via Skype, and they don't know what Nathan has planned tonight, but he wanted to hear their voices before stepping to the stage.
I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm about to do something very risky. So the next time I talk to you might be behind bulletproof glass. I can't really get into it right now. I don't have time, but I just want to say that I love you, guys, and wish me luck. Okay? You guys, can you hear me? Hello?
Well, apparently a lack of an internet connection up here. Don't know whether or not they heard that message, but heartfelt nonetheless. And it's time now for Nathan to make his way to the stage. You know, you wonder what's going on in Nathan's mind right now, and if any amount of preparation is enough for the pressure that he's facing here tonight. Nathan now making his way into position. We can see Officer Smalling locking him into that loop, and that is a solid steel frame. Certainly an adorable group of kids brought in tonight. Certainly hope the night doesn't end with them seeing a man expose himself. Well, now that Nathan's locked in, the crew are going to do one last look over, so we'll step away for a commercial, and when we return, the escape. All right, we're back, and this is it. The stage is set. Nathan has 90 seconds to free himself from those cuts and hit that red button to his right. The button is a kill switch. It is the only thing that can stop the programmed motion of the robot from taking off Nathan's pants in front of these kids. And now he will deliver the line given to him by Judge Velosa.
Something might happen here, and if it does, so what?
And with that, he has established willful intent, so if he exposes himself tonight in the eyes of the law, it will not be considered an accident. And the 90-second clock has started. There's the robot. Nathan appears as though he's pulled a pig from his hair, and that's what he's working on those handcuffs with. But we are 80 seconds away from a lifetime of scorn for Nathan. Now the robot going to that fly. The fly is down. And while he's working on the handcuffs, the robot continues to work on the pants. Loop on the button now undone. We're under 60 seconds, and the robot is almost halfway home. You see he's exposed to fifth loop on the underpants. The kids are laughing, but I can assure you Nathan is not. Under 50 seconds, and he's dropped the pin. Did it catch? It looks like it's caught on his clothing, and now he's trying to retrieve it, and he's got it. Got it with his, what a close call as he retrieves the pick with his tongue. Had that fallen to the ground, it would have been all over. And next is going to be the loop on his right hip. This is getting tight here. The robot now has both pant legs down, is about to secure the loop on the underpants, and Nathan's still working on those cuffs. We are just 20 seconds away. Nathan working those handcuffs. It looks like with the pants down, the robot's going for that underwear loop. Nathan has not broken free. We're under 10 seconds. The robot is pulling down. We have just a couple seconds left. Oh no, we are seeing pubic hair, but he has escaped. Nathan Fielder has managed to escape and save himself from a lifetime of shame. There's the replay, the moment where he was able to pick the cuffs, hit the button just in time, and you can see the relief on his face. Now there you see it, he took on great risk, and now this is reward. Congratulations for the judge and officer.
Good job. Thank you.
So the robot pulled his pants down, but he won. So it was really funny. I really wanted his pants to fall down because it's hilarious. I would have been sort of offended if his underwear fell down, but not that much. He pressed the button and it didn't fall down. I was like, yes! I was like, hallelujah.
Hey, before you guys leave, remember to always take big risks and believe in yourself and follow your dreams, just like I did. I did it. It was a dream. Yeah. All right. You kind of talked over my speech. Okay. Fine. Absolutely.
Yes, I does. I think it's every season.
I meet so many new friends up here. However, I think about you all the time. Goodbye. I love you. I wish I could do more for you.
Done.
My name is Nathan Fielder, and I graduated from one of Canada's top business schools with really good grades. Now, I'm using my knowledge to help struggling small business owners make it in this competitive world. This is Nathan for you. Brian Wolf claims to be the best private investigator in the Los Angeles area.
You know what I mean? You keep people happy, they're gonna keep you. They're gonna come back.
I'd love to take him at his word, but when I looked him up on Yelp, he had 0 reviews, and that's not good. So I paid him a visit with a plan to change that. When did you first know that you like to snoop?
Snoop. No, it's not really snooping. I mean, it's
Well,
just, it's not. You know what I mean? It's observing. We call it observing.
Well, here's the thing. I looked you up on Yelp, and you have 0 reviews.
0 reviews. What do you name? Yelp.
Yelp's a website where people
You
look.
look me up on Google. You just look up Wolf Investigations.
What about Yelp?
Okay, you keep on going on about Yelp. Why do I care about Yelp? Seriously, now let's think about this for 1 second, okay? Been in business for 24 years. Why do I care if Yelp has a review about me? You think I really care about Yelp? I don't give a f about Yelp.
The plan? Give Wolf's Investigations their first 5-star Yelp review.
You kidding me?
Are you done having your tantrum?
I'm sitting down. I'm relaxed.
Just listen. I can't just give you a review without knowing how good you are.
Okay.
So I'm going to hire you to track my person.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 24 hours to track my whereabouts. And if you do a good job at that, I'll give you a 5-star review.
Easy.
Easy?
Easy.
All right.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Set?
Go.
Give me a chance to get a little bit of head start.
Okay. Too much.
A classic game of cat and mouse. If Brian was as good as he says he was probably 2 steps ahead of me already. But luckily, I had a plan. If Brian wanted a good review for me, it wasn't going to be easy. It's one thing for Brian to track 1 of me, but let's see how he does with 9 of me. Prior to visiting Brian, I hired 8 actors that looked identical to me and had them ready and waiting in a nearby hotel room to be my decoys. You guys have one job, which is to be me, right? So look how I'm standing, look at my posture, listen to how I'm talking. You got that? I have a bit of a jaw thing, so sometimes I'll go like this to my jaw. If Brian was watching the hotel, this was my first chance to throw him off. But I knew whether he was there or not, the next place he'd look is my house.
My understanding is that Nathan's at home, so that's where we're heading right now.
So I kept the best body double back at the hotel to prepare him to go to my home as me. So when you're there, you need to be like me. Okay. So there's a bunch of dishes in the sink, so you can do those. There's also laundry, so you can do that. The house needs to be vacuumed. So you want to clean your house? Yeah, stuff that would look like your me. Okay. I gave him my keys and my address, but now I needed his. If you're me, then who's you, right? So I got to be you while you're being me. Well, my keys. Yeah. If you think I'm being unreasonable, keep in mind that Brian is a professional PI, and he'd be able to sniff out any inconsistencies in my plan. Do you have a girlfriend? I have a fiance. Yeah. A fiance? Mm-hmm. What's her number? I need to be you if you're me, or else it won't make any sense. You want to remember, really? Yeah. Caitlin, it was? Yeah. When's the wedding date? Next year. We still got to lock down a date. You don't have a date yet? Okay, maybe I'll figure that out with her. With Dan's willingness to include his fiance in the operation, the switch was in full effect. Then we left as discreetly as possible and got into each other's cars. My initial hunch was right. Brian was secretly watching my house from an SUV across the street. Hopefully my plan to get my double inside would work.
Oh, this could be our subject right now. Do that, it's Nathan. He's parked on the north side of the street. Bingo. Look, he's carried a case of beer on his left shoulder. Amazing. He's going to a party tonight. He's walking to the residence right now, and now he's out of view. Mission accomplished.
The beer on shoulder trick actually fooled Brian. But at the time, I didn't know that. So I headed to Dan's house, and on my way, I made a quick stop. Do you sell any condoms? I didn't know what was going to happen once I got to Dan's house. Do you know anything that small? But I wanted to be prepared for everything. This is the smallest? But when I arrived, my plan immediately started to crumble.
Hi. So you left me a message that someone's coming over, but I wasn't expecting all this. Okay. So this guy showed up and keeps calling himself Dan, and he brought me flowers and some Malbec.
Dan's fiance was creeped out by me, and I didn't know what to do.
I mean, I feel better if you left, and then when Dan gets back, you can come back.
My whole plan was falling apart. I was tired, and I had nothing left to do but give up. Nathan! Hey, how you doing? All right, I give up. You got me. Playing mind games, I can't keep up.
You're an easy prey, kid.
Oh, you're a pro, so what can I say?
Thank you.
You want to go grab a beer or something? I know a great place down the block.
Let's do it. Jump in. Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Okay.
I like this guy. He's so good.
No, for you. What? You heard what I said. For you.
I'm Nathan.
You're not Nathan.
I just talked to you 3 seconds ago.
You know what? Enough shenanigans. Get the fuck out of my truck now.
I learned an important lesson that day. That no matter where I was or how long I stayed in one place, get out! I'd always be running. I'd always have no home while Brian hunted me down. But the most important thing I learned of all is that Brian S. Wolf is an amazing private investigator. 4 stars. He's a little talkative, so that's where he lost the 1 star. Nathan F. That's your review.
You know what? That's your opinion. Typically, I get 5 stars.
Well, typically, you have no reviews.
I don't give a flying fuck about Yelp, okay? I ought to do a background check on you. See what type of fella you are. You know what you are? You remind me of the Wizard of Loneliness. You're your own self, your own wizard. That's what you are. Look at you. Pink shirt and everything else. Oh, you're killing me. You have no friends. That's why you're the Wizard of Loneliness.
Earlier this season, I faked a dating show to help me overcome my fear of women. And it got me thinking, maybe I could use this strategy to help someone else. One of the guys that works on my show behind the scenes, Solomon, is a quiet, hard worker. But he reminded me a lot of myself. And over the course of the season, we bonded.
Well, I like the movie Click.
With Adam Sandler?
Yes, with Adam Sandler.
It's funny. But when I found out he had issues with women as well, do you have a girlfriend?
At this time,
I decided to help him out by setting him up on a blind date as part of my show. I want to set you up on a blind date.
That's good.
You don't seem that excited.
No,
So we show it on your face then.
Excited?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm excited.
Oh, great. You look excited.
Yes, I am.
Great. When I pitched the idea to Comedy Central, all they saw was an opportunity to cash in. There's a catch.
What's the catch?
One of the sponsors of the show is Quiznos. This isn't a joke, but they are making us do this at one of their restaurants.
Okay.
So, would you be willing to do your date at a Quiznos?
It's okay. The Quiznos is good.
Solomon took the news well, and even though I wasn't thrilled with having product placement in my show, we'll see Solomon's date in a bit. But first, when I get into a taxi cab, all I hope for is a nice, quiet ride. Lexington and Wilshire, please. But there really is no easy way to ask for that.
What's your name?
Nathan?
Nathan, where are you from, Nathan?
Sorry, I don't really want to have a conversation right now. It's always been an awkward situation for me. That's why I devised a solution and brought it to struggling Los Angeles taxi company, Independent Cab. where I met with President Natavi Ahmed. All I'm suggesting
I know this guy.
is you make it easy
Uber.
for the customer to decide if he wants a conversation or not and exactly what he wants to talk about.
But you cannot ask somebody you want to have a conversation online.
Until now, the plan, a touchscreen system that will allow the customer to discreetly communicate to the driver whether or not he wants a conversation. And if he does, he'll actually be able to select the topic he wants to talk about.
The idea I accept it right now.
Right.
But I need to test it not only for your documentary or for your movie, but for the business itself.
Before committing to anything, Natavi wanted me to do a trial run with one of his drivers, Ruben. Along with Ruben's home country of Armenia, I picked 3 more mainstream conversation topics for customers to choose from, and took out some books from the library so that Ruben could study up on them. You promise you'll read these?
I promise you.
Okay, it's very important.
Okay.
I want to look good for your boss.
Okay.
After giving Ruben a week to study, we had our touchscreen system installed in his cab, and it was time to go pick up some customers.
2 milks, please.
No problem.
So we're doing this thing where you can select your conversation preferences for the ride. Let's see, yes or no. Turns out a lot of people were like me. No one wanted to talk to the driver. Love that silence. Just nice and quiet. Are you enjoying the silence?
Kind of.
But in order to really sell my idea to Natavi, I needed to show the conversation feature working with the customer. Okay.
I just wondered what California was native to California, or like dolphins, or
Which whales are native?
yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Which whales are native to California?
I cannot ask, I'm sorry.
But that was covered in the previous report. Did you read the books? You didn't read them? Okay. I was stunned that Ruben hadn't prepared, and if he couldn't talk about whales, Natavi would never go for my idea. So I asked him to pull over and let the customer wait outside so we could talk. What's going on? You don't know anything about whales? Ruben knew nothing, and in a last-ditch effort, I pulled up some whale facts on my phone for him to memorize. A sperm whale can hold its breath for at least 1 hour. Can hold its breath. Sperm whale. Okay. I gave Ruben about 15 whale facts, and then it was time to bring the customer back in. Okay, got it? Okay, ready? I'm gonna bring her back in. Yeah. Okay, don't mess it up. Okay. It all came down to this. The fate of my concept was in Ruben's hands. Sorry, you were asking about whales?
Yes.
Okay, so
It's a very interesting animal. For example, spur whale. You can hold the breath on the water for 1 hour. What else? And also, they can live 200 years. All the whales, it's a well family.
Ruben came through in a big way, and in no time, he was even making up his own facts. You ever bought a shark?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, it was a great white.
Whoa, you fought a great white? What did you do?
He's allowed like this. If you go this way, he cannot touch you.
Okay.
And I tried and I beat it.
A great white shark came to bite you, and you kicked it.
I kicked it.
And did you kill him?
No. Yeah, I killed him.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good, huh?
It's really interesting.
Do you like this system? Have you ever seen it before?
No.
Did you tell your friends about it?
Sure.
Ruben far surpassed any expectations I had for him, and I couldn't wait to show Natavi the results.
Wow. That's great.
You like it?
The customer looks happy and the driver is comfortable. I like it.
I'm so happy I could help you. Do you mind if I leave you my business card?
Absolutely.
Basically, to care for it, you just have to feed it kind of.
Every day I have to look at your card.
You care for it, yeah.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, because you never forget who gave it.
Yes. You're full of good ideas.
Oh, great. Have a good day. You too. Nice meeting you. Earlier, I set up one of my employees on a blind date. And the girl I picked for him was someone that I met on my fake dating show, Rachel.
There's no one else like me.
As part of the agreement with Quiznos, Solomon was going to have to say some branding cues from the company during his date. So I gave him a hidden earpiece and stationed myself in the back room with a Quiznos marketing rep so I could tell him what to say during his date. I could tell Solomon was nervous, but he looked fantastic in that grandpa's suit. I just hoped that he could hit it off with Rachel.
Hi, my name is Solomon.
Hi. I'm Rachel.
You have nice eyes.
Oh, thank you. So do you.
Thank you.
You could ask her, what's your favorite Quiznos sub?
It's kind of weird early on in the date. I tried to hold off the Quiznos rep as long as I could so Solomon and Rachel could really connect.
Have you seen the movie Clip?
No.
Oh, it's about a guy that gets this remote control. He control life.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
But eventually, she was just too persistent. Did you know that Baja Chicken has chef-inspired sauces?
Do you know that Baja Chicken has chef-inspired sauces?
Oh, really? Well,
Oh.
I would say, tasty.
Are you kidding me?
So,
Will you say toasty after you bite it?
toasty.
And we could talk about the artisan breads, the freshly sliced meats
Okay.
and cheeses.
I love Quiznos, and I'm happy to do this, but can we let them do their thing for a bit and get to know each other? Be genuine. Be yourself. Speak from the heart.
Do you know any poems?
no. Do you?
Yes, I do. Roses are red, violets are blue. No one is prettier than you.
Aww. Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's good.
Yeah, if we can throw in the tagline again.
All right, wrap it up, Solomon.
So, it seems that we're done with the tasty Quiznos sandwich.
Great.
You're real pretty, and I want to see you again.
should be free.
Even with the awkwardness of a product placement, I was so happy things worked out for Solomon. But there was still one thing I had to look into. Earlier tonight, you saw me help a private investigator. But what I didn't show you is that after we were done, I asked him if he wanted to hang out, and he rebuffed me. Would you want to hang out on Saturday night?
No, it's not going to happen.
Why?
I have plans.
You have plans?
I do.
On Saturday?
I do.
What are the plans?
I'm taking my girl out to dinner.
You going out to dinner with your girl?
Yes.
All right. But there was something in Brian's tone that just didn't seem right to me. So I hired a second private investigator to spy on Brian to see if he really went out with his girl. And if it's open, he's definitely home.
Exactly. I never saw him leave at all, period.
Because he told me he was going out with his girl that
Oh,
night.
interesting. You don't look too happy.
No, I'm surprised he lied to me. Do you think he didn't like me, or?
I don't know. You know, I mean, if I don't like somebody and they ask me that, I'd probably say I'd love to go out with you. I'm just really busy.
Right, so you're just trying to get rid of
I think
me.
he's trying to get rid of me. That's what it sounds like. So, no, sorry about that, but
No,
it's
it's
my
like,
opinion.
yeah, you did a great job.
My pleasure.
What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, probably going to go to San Francisco. I'll have to make it another time. No, I'm probably going to go to San Francisco see my family.
All right, thanks so much for coming in and helping.
I got it. Take care. Nice
All right.
to meet you.
You want to hang out sometime outside? It's fine. No, we don't have to. It's fine. Yeah. Are you in a relationship right now? Okay. So, sorry. Never mind. Nice guys like us are left behind.
You have no friends. That's why you're the wizard of money.
That's you. I need you to pretend to be my friend. I can pay you.
So, are you attracted to him? I guess no, he wasn't really what I expected.
I'll have to make it another time.
Good afternoon, Viral Investigation. Hi, you're a private investigator? Yes, I might direct your call. Yeah, I just want to find out if a Paul Katz can. Absolutely.
How much do you love Quiznos?
I love Quiznos.
Be honest, do you really love Quiznos?
I love Quiznos.
Look at this one.
My name is Nathan Fielder, and I graduated from one of Canada's top business schools with really good grades. Now, I'm using my knowledge. My name is Nathan Fielder, and I graduated from one of Canada's top business schools with really good grades. Now, I'm using my knowledge to help struggling small business owners make it in this competitive world. This is Nathan for you. Greg Mujagian works in an industry where dishonesty runs rampant, and that makes the fact that I first thought his business was called gig. My name is Nathan Fielder. My name. My name is Nathan Fielder. My name is Nathan Fielder, and I
Once they enter here, they think that I'm ready to rip them off.
Greg seemed like an honest mechanic. Greg Mujagian works in an industry where dishonesty runs rampant, and that makes the fact that I first thought his business was called gay auto repair the least of his worries. His biggest problem? Customers not trusting him.
I do have clients like that once they enter here, they think that I'm ready to rip them off.
Greg seemed like an honest mechanic, but before helping him, I needed to be sure. So I baked him some cookies with salt instead of sugar to see if he'd be honest about the taste. And the next day, I paid him a visit at his shop in Glendale, California with my homemade treats. I have a little surprise for you. I baked you these cookies. Yeah. So feel free to have one.
Sure.
What do you think? You like it?
I like it. It's totally different.
Good enough. The plan? For Greg to promote that he's an honest mechanic by only giving estimates while hooked up to a lie detector.
I never thought of that, but
Something like this won't only make you look more honest, but it will make your competitors look more dishonest, because they'll make everyone in the city go, well, why isn't my mechanic hooked up to a polygraph? I want to go to the guy who is.
probably
Yeah.
we'll think that.
Yeah. Greg seemed into my idea, and that meant I needed to find a reliable polygraph machine for him to use. Do you want another one?
I'll take a look.
Have another one now. No?
No.
So I tracked down a local polygraph operator and met up with him at my office to put his machine to the test.
They answer the following questions truthfully, okay? Is today Thursday?
Yes.
Are you currently sitting down?
Yes.
Have you ever used pornography to pleasure yourself?
the standard question?
Try to not talk between questions. Have you ever used online pornography or pornography to pleasure yourself?
No.
Okay. Steppers.
Well, I don't know about that 100%. I don't look at pornography, so it was obvious that Gene's old machine was too inaccurate to use with Greg. So I sought out a different polygraph operator who claimed to have the most up-to-date equipment. Honestly, this machine looked like something out of the 1500s. It was like
those are only 80% accurate.
right. So what I want to do today, along with testing your machine, is to show that I was telling the truth in that situation and that I don't watch online pornography.
Okay.
And once I was all hooked up, I was ready to take on the hard questions.
Do you live in Wisconsin?
No.
Pass. Do you ever look at pornography on the internet? No. Fail. Have you ever pleasured yourself while watching pornography on the internet?
No.
Fail.
Do you need to reboot the computer or something?
There's nothing to reboot. It's rolling.
Because I noticed your computer is a Dell, so I don't know.
Computer's a Toshiba.
It never glitches.
No, you're failing, and I think it's because you're lying.
But it's weird for me a little bit when I'm telling the truth and the computer is saying I'm lying, and on top of that, it's a Toshiba.
Small green mountain, giant green mountain.
What was that question for?
Porn. You ever watch porn on the internet?
Is that Windows 95?
Oh, Jesus, dude. You're grasping at straws. The operating system has nothing to do with what you're shooting out. And it's not Windows 95.
XP?
Yes.
Still, not the most recent operating system, I don't think. Despite the inaccuracy of John's dated machine, we had to go with him since there weren't any other operators in the area.
Why?
Back at GNY, I had a surprise in store for Greg. You know, you had a sign.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
With the sign in place, it was finally time for Greg to try out his new honest approach with customers.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
We have a special today.
Okay.
We accept the polygraph test when we give you
Wow.
estimates. You're willing to.
That sounds great. Yeah.
Customers seemed excited about the promotion, and after a thorough inspection, Greg gave his quote.
The rear, you have like 5%.
Okay.
While John, our polygraph examiner, took notes. Now it was time to put Greg's honesty to the test.
Is today Sunday?
No.
True. Do the rear brake pads only have 5% left?
Yes.
True. Is $180 a fair price to replace an ABS sensor?
Yeah.
True.
Okay, so based on those answers, how do you feel about your estimate?
Yeah, he sounds truthful.
Keep in mind, yesterday when you did a test on me, it said that I, pleasure myself to pornography, and I don't do that. So,
Oh, really?
Mine's not fully accurate.
Okay.
It's like run on a Toshiba laptop with XP. So
It's 98% accurate, and he has pleasured himself to porn on the internet.
no, that's we determined yesterday that was possibly a glitch with the machine, or
No, I disputed that right away. There is absolutely no way you were telling the truth on the two questions you failed.
okay. I'm just trying to establish there is some uncertainty, and
There's absolutely no uncertainty. Your body exploded on those two questions across.
we don't know 100% that my body exploded. Is the computer that showed
100% your body. You keep trying to blame it on Windows this and programs. It was your body. You failed. There is no doubt you have watched porn on the internet at some time in your life, and there's zero doubt.
Maybe he was uncomfortable with the question.
No.
I was uncomfortable with the question now, so thank you. Despite the accuracy problems with John's machine, more and more customers seem to enjoy their polygraph verified quotes.
Did you find a loose vacuum hose and you reattached it?
Yes.
True. So, as you can see, the things he quoted you in the estimate were exactly the things that are actually problems with your car, and you do need, and you know that, but if you go anywhere else, you won't know that.
Sounds like a winner.
I was so proud that I could finally help Greg profit from his honesty. And at the end of the day, I wanted to see what he thought of the whole experience. Were you happy with everything that I did?
We're happy, yes, we're happy. So,
Do you mind if I ask you that while hooked up to the phone?
sure.
Yeah. So, were you happy with everything I did for you today?
Yes.
True.
One more question. Would you ever want to hang out sometime socially with me outside of this?
No.
True.
Okay. Well, thank you. And yeah, thank you for your honesty. And yeah, best of luck with everything.
Have a good day.
Yeah, okay. Have a nice day. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Sue Stanford is one of over 6,000 licensed realtors in LA County, and in an oversaturated market, it can be hard to stand out from the crowd.
We're continually trying to outdo the other person, trying to get business.
So I paid her a visit to help her become one of the most sought-after realtors in the city. So I always like to begin with some small talk to break the ice and make the other person comfortable.
Okay.
Have you ever posed for a painting before?
No, not actually. Not for anything like that.
You'd make a good model. You're very beautiful.
Well, thank you so much for saying that.
You're welcome. So is that enough small talk to make you comfortable?
Yeah, I guess so.
My mission was to make Sue one of LA's top realtors. The plan? Have her specialize in a currently unrepresented group of home buyers, the 50% of people who believe in ghosts.
Ghosts?
When you show a house, half the people that come through are thinking, is there a ghost in here?
Okay.
So it surprised me that I've never seen a realtor that can guarantee that all the homes they sell are entirely ghost-free.
True. Yeah.
So what I'm suggesting is a complete rebranding of you as the ghost realtor.
It's really a wild idea.
Sue wasn't fully seeing my vision yet, so to help sell it to her, I mocked up some new branding and prepared a special surprise to get her excited. Ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, open your eyes. Look.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Pretty great, huh?
That's me. My homes are 100% ghost and demon free. Oh my goodness.
I could tell Sue was thrilled with her new image, but to fully rebrand as the ghost realtor, she'd need to work with a professional psychic medium who could verify whether her homes were truly ghost-free. So I found a local psychic online and arranged for he and Sue to meet at one of her listings.
My mother was considered queen of the psychics by Dr. Hans Holzer. He's written 145 books.
Wow.
And my daughter just found her first missing child in New York.
Okay, so just to be clear, if there's a ghost in this house, you'll be able to tell.
That's correct.
With Ron's guarantee, I introduced him to Sue.
My great pleasure.
And then we followed as he led us through the house, inspecting each room for the presence of any ghosts.
Definitely a change of energy. You feel that, correct?
Definitely. I feel like chills going down my spine.
Right.
Is it a ghost?
Nice.
Things were off to a great start, as Ron believed the first house was completely ghost-free.
I'm not feeling there's any entities in this house.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
Yes.
I can sell the house.
Yeah. But when we visited another one of Sue's listings, we felt a presence immediately.
Screaming and arguing throughout the house.
Screaming and arguing?
Yeah. This is no good.
The bathroom?
This whole house. Something's wrong.
Wow.
Ron sensed evil all around us.
Something went on back there.
But it wasn't until we went into the bedroom that he felt the true presence of the ghost.
Do you feel like there's ghosts around, or?
Yeah.
Ooh. Is that
I
right?
feel there are entities in this house.
I see.
There's no question about it.
Well, that sucks for you.
Yeah, yeah.
What is his activity in the house?
It's like evil. It's like, you know what an incubus is? It's a ghost that'll have sex with someone until they die.
Wow. That's like what I experienced when I was in Switzerland. Something a bad spirit or bad entity.
This is the room that is generating from.
What happened in Switzerland?
When I was being choked.
You were being choked in Switzerland?
Yeah, I was choked.
What?
Earlier, we were
Choked by what?
By an entity like that. I felt like I was being.
Wait, a ghost choked you in Switzerland?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh yes, there's been many things that has happened in my life. That's why it's so interesting to meet you.
Sue's bombshell about the Switzerland ghost made me feel an urgency to get rid of this entity right away. The only question was how.
It could always be cleaned.
Ron suggested an exorcism, so the next morning I found an exorcist from Fresno named Brother Carlos.
You have to obey, and you have to come out in the name of Jesus Christ.
And booked him to do an exorcism in the master bedroom for the following week. In the meantime, Sue had an appointment to show the house that she preferred not to cancel. So before the potential buyer arrived, I reminded her to be upfront about the status of the home. You just have to be honest with the person you're showing it to and let them know that even though there is an entity, we will be doing an exorcism very soon, and that will get rid of it.
Yes, okay, that sounds perfect.
Okay, great. So good luck.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks. And moments later, Sue began her first showing as the ghost realtor.
So the dining room's this way and then the kitchen's to your right.
After the potential buyer made her way through the house, it was up to Sue to close the deal.
So what did you think?
I like it, especially the walk-in closet.
Oh, nice big one.
Yes, a nice big closet. And the master bedroom was really nice. I like it, yes.
Wonderful. Well, I do have to explain something to you. Upstairs in the master bedroom, we did find an entity, and it was an incubus. I know you're wondering what that is.
I have no idea.
Well, that is a pretty evil spirit, actually. And he said that the spirit rapes women and has sex with them until they die. I know it sounds awful, but we're going to have it taken care of. We're going to have an exorcist come in and get rid of it.
This is real? Really? Like...
I know, isn't that unbelievable that things like this happen in this world? So trust me, come back in a couple of days and you'll see it's a big difference.
It was clear Sue was having trouble keeping buyers interested with an incubus still present, but I was hopeful all that would change after our exorcism. It was finally the night of the exorcism, and after Brother Carlos, our exorcist, arrived, Sue and I led him upstairs to the bedroom where the entity was detected.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna anoint this place, okay? And I'm gonna command the spirits to leave. In the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ, come out of the spirits. Making people believe you are spirits of dead humans, huh? Liars. Liars and deceivers. Get out. Get out of here. And don't ever come back.
After getting rid of the spirit, Brother Carlos insisted that he had to cleanse us as well, as demons can sometimes attach themselves to humans and manifest as physical ailments.
Do you have any health issues? Are you constantly getting sick? Do you have migraine headache hitting you all the time?
I do have one thing, but what kind of...
All right. Yeah, that's demonic. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So how do you say it again? I don't say this name very often. Hemorrhoids? Hemorrhoids. Yeah, I don't say this name very often.
Oh, I see.
So let me go ahead and address this thing right now, okay? In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I command demons of hemorrhoids. I am casting you out of the spirits in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Hemorrhoid demons, come out!
Wow, you look different.
I do?
Mm-hmm. You look like something just happened, definitely.
Wow. If Sue noticed a change that quickly, I wanted to be sure to leave no stone unturned.
You see, yeah. Okay, if it's demonic, yeah, I can cast out the demon from there. I don't have to say for the thing to, increase in size or to be whatever.
Okay.
In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I command all of you demons. If there's a demon there, affecting this man's penis, male organs, making smaller, whatever. If there's any demon there lodged in his business right now, come out in the name of Jesus Christ. Come out. Might be free from this thing already.
Really?
Oh yeah.
After Brother Carlos addressed my personal demons,
I have an extremely bad back problem with that.
Oh yeah.
he offered to help Sue by removing the demons causing her back pain.
And as I am addressing these demons right now, I'm going to be more aggressive, okay? Because I know you have signs of someone that have demons inside, okay? So just make eye contact with me right now, okay? In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I command any evil spirit that the Lord Jesus Christ has identified to face divine judgment for violating the soul. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I command you now to get out of this room right now, evil spirits. I command you now to get out. Demons, look in my eyes. Look in my eyes. You've been messing up with her back, huh? Right there. I'm commanding you to come out. I am commanding you to come out. I am commanding you to come out. I am commanding you to come out in the name of Jesus Christ. Come out. Come out. Get out. Get out. Come out of Sue's chest. Come out. Come out. Come out, evil spirits. Come out, evil spirits. Demons messing up with the vertebrae in the neck. Come out in the name of Jesus Christ. Come out. I want all demons out of her spine. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out in the name of Jesus Christ. Get out. In the name of Jesus Christ, get out. Come out. Come out. Come out. Come out. In the name of Yeshua, come out. In the name of Yeshua, come out. Get out. Look in my eyes. You have to go now. You have to go. I'm casting you out. You have to go. You have to go. Leave now. Leave now. Leave now. Leave. 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 Go now and don't ever come back. Take a deep breath 3 times.
You didn't hurt her or anything, right? No. Okay. Because she looks like she's almost dead. Are you okay, Sue?
Actually, I'm fine. I think I'm feeling a little relief now. It's amazing.
After cleansing me, Sue, and the rest of the bedroom, Brother Carlos felt confident that the house was now entirely ghost-free.
After all we did here in this room, I pretty much certain that there's no evil spirits right here in this bedroom.
And after wishing him well, I felt like I had done all I could to reinvigorate Sue's career.
He was amazing.
Yeah. So the home is now ghost-free.
How many
Yeah, it's a beautiful
mosquito bites
home.
you
And I
have? 1,
think now
2,
that the
3,
ghost is
4,
gone,
5.
it's going to be so
1,
much
2,
more
3,
alluring to people to come in
4,
and have a look
5.
at it.
Before I go, I have a little something for you. Yeah? Yeah, a little gift.
Really?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've been doing a little bit of painting in my spare time, and
6,
I just
7.
did this from imagination, you know?
Did you?
Yeah, I kind of use your real estate photo for the face and my imagination for just the rest of the body.
Very nice. Thank
So
you so
nice.
much.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Just full of surprises here.
Absolutely.
As you can see, we're filming a movie here.
On an all-new Nathan For You.
Have you ever done on camera kiss before? Oh, yeah.
Have you?
What?
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Nathan For You, new episode next Tuesday at 10:30. Or watch next week's episode now on the Comedy Central app.
My name is Nathan Fielder, and I graduated from one of Canada's top business schools with really good grades. Now, I'm using my knowledge to help struggling small business owners make it in this competitive world. This is Nathan For You. Over 10 million tourists visit Hollywood each year, and souvenir shops compete hard to sell them items that most would consider embarrassing to own. But in the souvenir game, location is everything. And that's why, tucked away nearly 5 blocks from the main strip, LA fame is struggling. It's a sad tale, and with business this slow, owner John Kim has a tough time finding things to boast about.
recently we had someone from Of Mice and Men come in from their rock band. That's pretty popular right now. But other than that, you know.
So I paid John a visit to see if I could help. Why are you wearing a toque?
A toque? What?
This? What do you call it?
It's a beanie. So that's
I'm from Canada. We call it a toque.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just cold right now. That's why I'm wearing it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
My mission was to attract more tourists to LA fame. If you're visiting Hollywood, there's nothing more exciting than seeing the magic of the movies up close. So if John redesigned his storefront to make it look like a blockbuster movie was always being shot there, every tourist on the strip would flock to LA fame to see the action up close. Then, all I need to do is offer each tourist a part in the movie. Their role, a paying customer at a souvenir shop.
Okay.
Tourists get very excited around celebrities and movie sets, so they wouldn't think rationally. Once you have the crowd here, it becomes very easy to sell to them.
Yeah, maybe.
John was on board, so to make LA Fame look as much like a real movie set as possible, I rented some lights and equipment and set them up outside of his shop. Next, to make the movie truly
Why do you do that? Just because I have nothing else to do. I'm fucking bored. You're not from the West Side and you're not a gangster. Well, go fuck yourself then, cunt. God. Look at this shirt. Holy shit. You ever know those people like take a tea glass and the saucer and read it? I bet you could do the same with my tongue. Anyway. I love how that guy put my fucking cum shit on. Like someone made a meme of me. It was tight. This could be like a movie, man. It'd be like the meme movie, and then boom, it starts. There you go. Are you done? Now you gotta get. He's like, oh, you gotta do the thing with the thing. Sorry, You're just but you ain't keep the ball, okay? Maggie, I like how you got the ball of pea right there. I like your ball of pea. Pea ball. Texture. Whenever I do this, I always think, is this going to be my fucking week? I smell that gasoline, and I think, is it going to be my week? Why isn't it? No one fucking knows. This is just stupid. Creo que ya tengo una con mucho que ya no tienes I'm sure good channel with myself. It's been on let's go to them. Ocean Club super Yo, go pick her up, baby. Dude, I'm hungry. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I don't know, man. What do you want to do? Like, yo, Your impression of him is inconsistent. What's your real impression of him? Like, dude, what's up, man? But then you do this, Mike. it's just fucked up. Like, which fuck? Anyway, check out my piss. I got a moth floating in it. At least one. At least one moth is floating in it. Alright, smell it. Up top, yo. Like, dude, up top, done. Alright, top. Look at this, man. Look at the strength. I've never seen such muscle in my entire life. That is just amazing. Then you got your ukulele. I like how you got your. And then you have this muscle. Dude, you are so strong. Mikey, you are so strong. Mikey. I've never seen someone so strong. Are you done? What happened to the bruising guy? What about dynamite?
because the other gets to know you, right? So you do it. But let's get into the story as we have heard it. And we've got some really interesting guests here tonight. For all the different things that we've got going on with this, because I really wanted to be thorough with this. We want to bring on the two people that were there for the event. We don't have the guy that sells it with you, but we also can find out about what that is, because there's a lot of people going, well, we've got a video. Well, whose voice is that? Well, I've got one sound enthusiastic. Without closing, after we saw the clip from the train from Verizon Silverton in Colorado, they would have more enthusiasm. So that can't be a big quote because he would have had more enthusiasm. They always have to, you know, I still have points. Okay, I've read that, heard that from people. But sometimes you like to see
For tourists, I hired professional Johnny Depp impersonator Ronnie Rodriguez, who I hope would convincingly pass for the real Johnny from a distance. I also hired a worse Johnny Depp impersonator to act as a stand-in and make Ronnie look better by comparison. With everything in place, the fake movie shoot began. Action! As I pretended to direct, tourists slowly began to gather. Let's do another take of that. That was really good, guys. And excitement was building around our celebrity star.
The way that he gets his actors, yeah, he's Jeff's power. Yeah. This small town in the South is going to be like Hollywood. So I'm going to see this every day.
And once we gave them a tiny peek of Johnny, they were putty in my hands. And it was time to sell some souvenirs. Hi, everyone. So as you can see, we're filming a movie here. It's called The Web. It's about a hacker played by Johnny Depp who has to hack into an asteroid to stop it from hitting the Earth. So this is a little bit unorthodox, but we need some extras to be in the scene. I don't know, is that okay? Is anyone interested? Really? Oh, wow. With no shortage of volunteers, I have them brought to set one at a time to give them their direction. Let me just explain to you what you have to do. Go into the store, buy an item. Okay, cool. Okay, so on action. Ready? Yes. Action! You don't have to go so fast, sir. You can slow down. Okay. It might not have been an Oscar-worthy performance, 653, but our first customer of the day left happy. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. I gave each extra some direction and let them run with it. So I need you to go in there, pick out an item, buy it, and then leave. Okay. Okay. So I need you to go in there, buy something, then leave. Okay. My plan was working beautifully as tourists were buying items in a steady stream. The scene was fake, but these sales were real, and customers were thrilled with their purchases. Did you pay for that? Yeah. Okay, so it's yours then. Oh. But each transaction was just for a small amount, so I took John's place to show him how he could get customers to spend more. Oh, hello, Officer Suzanne.
Hi.
How's the hacker investigation going? Just say no leads yet.
Okay. Good. Oh, no leads yet.
Okay. Well, I have the stuff you asked me to put aside. That'll be $87, please.
Okay. There we are.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. Are you actually charging it to my wallet?
You're breaking character. Just say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yes. $87 in a single transaction was unprecedented for a souvenir shop. But I soon discovered I wasn't in the clear yet. So you had a question about something? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want this stuff. But...
Oh, do you want a refund?
Yeah.
I had anticipated that people might want their money back, so I came up with a plan that would hopefully make them reconsider. This movie stars Johnny Depp, I don't know if you know, but he was watching the footage on the monitor view, and he just thought you were like the most natural actress. Have you acted before?
No, never.
You never? If you want, I might be able to get you in there and meet him.
Yeah, if he doesn't mind, I mean.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
Johnny? Yes. You decent? Hey, Johnny, this is Carter.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm good.
Wow, so I heard you did a good job on the scene. You're a fan of his? Or?
Of course.
Oh, really?
I am proud to be here.
Really? Good. It's
Nice to meet you.
You want us to sign some stuff for you?
In here?
Yeah. I mean, oh, wait. You wanted to return those?
Oh, really? What?
If he signs them, we can return them.
Yeah. Well, he signs one. Can you right now?
He usually likes to sign everything.
Alright, you can say no to an autograph.
Rum should probably go. It was a tense 15 minutes as Ronnie signed everything in her basket.
So when is this movie supposed to be coming out?
But in the end, she kept all her souvenirs and went home happy. And as the day progressed, we got better and better at getting customers to make big purchases. Your character is a customer who loves to spend money. He's rich and he loves to just buy souvenirs. So that's your motivation. Action. And people seem to be embracing their roles. I'm gonna give myself an Oscar for being so Over the course of the day, we sold a record number of souvenirs. That comes out to 170.92. 170. And even though the autographs may have been fake, the memories these regular folks took home that day would last a lifetime. And at the end of the day, I wanted to see if John planned to keep using my sales method. This is something you might want to keep doing?
Yeah, no, I mean, maybe. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Unfortunately, Ronnie, the Johnny Depp impersonator, has limited availability outside of today. So I found another impersonator that could replace him, perhaps, if you want to continue this. This is William. He's a professional Bill Gates impersonator. Okay. Why don't you give him a little taste of Bill?
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. You know, when we started our computers back in the 80s, it was huge in a business. They were huge machines. You know, I started in a garage.
Yeah, that's enough, probably. So, yeah, you do this for a living?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll leave you guys to work out the details, I guess. So you can take from here. But yeah, great to meet you. All right, see ya.
Thank you. I mean, I hope everybody buys Microsoft, continue the business. We can always use it, and we're so grateful that what we have accomplished. Look at what you
I assume this goes without saying, but in making this show, I ensure that every idea I present to a business I help is completely 100% legal. However, in the week since helping LA Fame, I discovered that certain elements of my marketing plan may have actually constituted fraud, and that's not good. When I finished up with John, I assumed my work with his business was done. But then our production began receiving several emails from souvenir shop customers asking when The Web, my fake movie, was coming out in theaters. Not knowing how to respond to these emails, I met the state judge, the Honorable Anthony Filosa, for some guidance.
It's fraud, basically.
Theft and fraud?
Yes. What you did was a criminal offense. It can be punished by a misdemeanor or by a felony, depending on the amount of money involved. You're admitting to me.
No, I didn't admit anything.
Well, you said that you did not intend to make a movie.
So how do I get out of this?
You have two options. You can make an offer to refund the money. That would be one way. Or, of course, actually make the film.
So if The Web were a real movie, then I would be covered?
Yes. Yes.
Judge Filosa had given me a great way to beat a fraud charge. I'd edit the footage we shot at LA Fame into a movie, but this task proved to be difficult. It was all just random scenes with customers, no story. I knew this wouldn't hold up, so I spent the night writing a script that would weave the customer footage into a clear narrative. To make it more compelling, I added a love story for my character and cast an actress to play my girlfriend. And later that week, we officially began production on The Web. Have you ever done on-camera kiss before? Okay. Yeah.
Have you?
What?
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like we're kissing, it's like our characters are kissing.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So it's like, it's not like a big deal or anything.
No.
Yeah. After some actor-to-actor talk, we began the scene.
I love you so much, Richard.
I love you too, Allison. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. It was a bit of a rocky start as my nerves kept getting in the way. And as the takes went on, I was having trouble staying in character because I was really enjoying the kisses. But with time, our chemistry became very natural. And after calling Ronnie back to shoot some additional scenes, I felt like we had enough to make a somewhat logical film. So I returned to Judge Filosa and showed him the entire movie to see if we were in the clear.
So this is it?
It's a rough cut.
If this is your defense, and it's in front of a jury, they laugh you out of the courtroom.
But this, you said anything can be a movie.
No, but I'm assuming a movie has to have some kind of a plot.
There's a plot.
What's the plot?
Would you just Boston? Oh, and then Marcus coming. Oh, hope sometime. Yeah. Are you done? Sorry, go for it.
Judge Felos's reaction was beginning to worry me, but then he offered a glimmer of hope.
If it was accepted by the showbiz community as a movie and won an award, then I think the court would have to take that into consideration.
He was right. Winning an award was the perfect way to make my movie somewhat credible. So I sent copies of the web to several film festivals in the hope it would be accepted in the competition. But after getting nothing but rejection letters, it seemed like I only had one option left, to start a film festival of my own. So I came up with a name, logo, and entry form, and then submitted the web in the short film category. But an award for my festival would mean nothing without a respected name from the film industry involved. So I made some calls. Personally, I am a huge fan of your work and was able to land the second unit script supervisor from the Oscar-winning movie Bonnie and Clyde to judge the film. I didn't see any continuity errors at all. Is that what a script supervisor does? All I needed now was at least one other film that the web would have a chance of beating. And after a bit of searching, I found a contender. A 90-second clip of nothing but a man farting. And with the venue secured, it was time for the festival to begin. Turnout to my festival was slim, with only a few people from the neighborhood buying tickets. But the only thing that mattered was that our industry judge had arrived. And with Creighton in his seat, it was time to start the show. Welcome to the first annual Eastern Los Angeles International Film Festival. Today is a short film competition, and I'm excited to announce that judging our selection of shorts is industry legend Creighton Smith who you might know from being the
Not,
script supervisor.
not even
on
when you
Bonnie
were
and
talking
Clyde.
about
So you know, if he picks a film as the
the
winner,
Gordon's
it's
Fisherman and
definitely
SOCOM
a
US
real
Navy
film.
SEALs. Who?
Oh, freaking one no credit. Just believe it. So just like I get no credit. You're crying on IMDb for Bonnie and Clyde. The Wild Bunch, my credit is on the screen.
Oh, okay, sure. So the Wild Bunch, So Creighton just informed me that actually he was credited as a script supervisor on the Wild Bunch, but did work on Bonnie and Clyde, but was not credited. Okay, first up we have a sci-fi thriller called The Web. Please enjoy.
Coming in on weekends now, kid? I'm a hacker, Mel, not a slacker. Cops are getting suspicious. You should get your own office. Stop using my back room. Whatever, Grandma. All right. It's hacking time.
Thank you. Have a good day. Hey, boss, did you see this? Microsoft's been putting microchips into asteroids to control them. This can't be good.
You should tell Kim. Right. What are you up to, Mr. Gates?
Crap. The cops are. Let me just
Who's that redhead?
Okay, cool. Oh, hello, Officer Suzanne.
Hi.
How's the hacker investigation going?
Good. Oh, no leads yet.
Okay, that'll be $87, please.
Danger. Asteroid microchip malfunction.
Oh no. What have I done wrong? I can't believe this. I've worked so hard to get this computer project going. This is unheard of.
What's going on? It looks like the asteroid's on a straight trajectory towards Earth. Whoa.
Sorry I had to call you away from work. This just might be our last chance to say goodbye before the asteroid hits.
Have you seen this shit?
So much, Richard.
I love you too, Allison.
No, have you seen this shit? Have you read about other people seeing this shit? No, have you seen this shit? Have you seen this shit? Yes, you see this shit. No, have you seen this shit? Yes, you see this shit. I'm telling you, have you seen this shit? No, have you seen this shit? No, have you seen this shit? I'm telling you, have you seen this shit?
I had faster than I've ever had before. But where the asteroid got out, there was no reason to get surprised. Everyone wanted souvenirs and remember the Earth. And people were sad. Angry moms were feeling sweet. The odds of me stopping this asteroid were slim, but I had to try.
Asteroid access granted. Trajectory has been reprogrammed.
I did it! You saved the world, Kip. The web went over as expected, and now it was time to seal my fate as the best film of the night. Our next short is a documentary called Me Farting on Command.
Frank, have you seen this shit? This rabbi eats pasta the same way he eats pussy.
My hope was that the fart movie served its purpose, because now that the screening was over, it was up to our judge to pick the best short, and I nervously awaited his decision. Selected the web. All right. hand me this award, a short film.
Hand it to you now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need a speech or anything. Thank you. I did it. And with the award in hand, we now had proof that my marketing plan for LA Fame was 100% legal. My work here was done, but there was one more person I wanted to share the good news with. I was so proud of my movie's success, and I couldn't wait to tell my co-star, Jesse. I don't know if you know the film we did actually won an award. Yeah. Eastern Los Angeles International Film Festival. Yeah.
Hey, that's exciting.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was something I wanted to actually talk to you about. When we did the kissing scene that we did, and I told you I was in character, but that might have been a lie.
Well, that's okay.
I feel like there might have been some of me in there. And I guess I was wondering if when you did the kiss, how much of that was your character and how much of that was you.
Meaning, did I want to kiss you, me, Jesse?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a big deal. But I probably wouldn't grab you on the street and just kiss you out of nowhere.
Good to know, I guess.
Yeah.
In that moment, I felt sorry for Jesse. To share a kiss with another human and feel nothing is a horrible way to live. As I drove home, I finally understood what it felt like to be a tourist, going somewhere with so much hope and leaving with nothing but a souvenir. Absolutely.
Remember, there's going to be pixelation, which is far away, and we're going to be talking and finding out more about the distance and what and speed of the train. So that's
New episode next Tuesday at 10:30. Or watch next week's episode now on the Comedy Central app.
My name is Nathan Fielder, and I graduated from one of Canada's top business schools with really good grades. Now, I'm using my knowledge to help struggling small business owners make it in this competitive world. This is Nathan for you. When something this cuddly is your product, you'd think it would sell itself. But Jennifer Berardini of Pet Mania in Burbank, California, knows that it takes more than just a cute little face to bring in customers.
We advertise online, a little bit of print mail, sign advertising, flyers in the Burbank Times. They run our ad continuously.
But effective advertising isn't about quantity, it's about location. So I came to Jennifer with a targeted way to reach potential customers. When someone has a pet and the pet dies, they want to get a new one.
Absolutely. Joey.
So I would think the best place for you to advertise would be at a pet cemetery.
Could be.
The problem is most pet cemeteries don't allow advertisements.
Right.
But there's no law about what you're allowed to put on a gravestone.
Pardon?
By putting an ad for Pet Mania on a dead pet's tombstone, Jennifer would have a permanent billboard in a pet cemetery that would be seen by all the people that just lost their pets. The plan? Market to mourners by advertising on a gravestone.
I'm not sure. Some people are going to take it one way, and some people are going to take it another way. And they're going to be offended.
Obviously, I would do this very tastefully, while at the same time meet the advertising goals of the pet store.
Okay.
In order to get a tombstone in a pet cemetery, I'd have to bury a real pet. So the other night, I caught a fly in my kitchen and named it Buzz. Even though Buzz would be easy to just swat dead, something about that felt wrong. So I was going to do my best to care for him and let him die of natural causes. In the meantime, I began to make arrangements for his funeral, so I contacted one of the area's biggest pet cemeteries to book a date and a grave plot.
This is your pet?
It's unconditional love. We'll treat you the same with the burial.
So just to be clear, I can put whatever I want on my gravestone.
Just completely up to you. Granted, I've never seen a fly community before, but I'm open to it and not a problem with it.
With the arrangements made, I went to an engraver to lay out the text for Buzz's headstone that would double as the pet store ad. Now it was just a matter of waiting until Buzz died. Over the next week, I tried to make his remaining days somewhat enjoyable. I gave him some rotting food and even a ladybug in case he wanted something to have sex with. He quickly became a favorite around the office, too. Sometimes he would even stay on my finger with flying away. I wonder why he did that. Then one day when I came into work, Buzz wasn't moving. I assumed he was dead, but I took him to a vet just to be sure.
So this fly is passed away.
With Buzz officially declared dead, I was finally able to move forward with my plan. So we headed down to the pet cemetery for Buzz's final send-off. To avoid any pushback when I unveiled the gravestone, I wanted the service to look as legitimate as possible. And since I'm Jewish, I hired a rabbi to conduct the service and had a few words with them before.
Tell me a little bit about what we were honoring.
Buzz, who's my pet fly.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You laughed.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's a little insensitive?
What is important is the connection that you have.
After consulting with the rabbi, I greeted my only guest, Solomon, who works in our production office and seemed to take a liking to Buzz. Have you ever been to a Jewish funeral before?
No.
What do you know about Judaism?
Well, I know that they always they put on this little hat.
What else?
That's all.
Well, you're going to learn a lot more about Judaism today.
Yeah.
Even though I was doing all this to help a pet store, I found myself actually feeling a sense of loss for my little friend. And as the rabbi approached the casket, I really did feel at peace.
This morning, we're here to memorialize a loved one. Buzz, your fly. Baruch atah Adonai, borei et hakol. Blessed are you, Adonai, creator of us all. Would there be anyone that would like to share a little bit about Buzz?
Well, I met Buzz.
No, like this way. Turn face me.
Or like right here.
Yeah, you can stand wherever you want.
I met Buzz, and he was a friendly pet. In a way, it's funny because Buzz was a fly, but wherever Buzz went, it's not flying anymore because it's right there in the dirt.
Thank you. Nathan, would you like to say a few words?
Goodbye, and following the service, one of the pet cemetery employees helped bury Buzz, and it was time to bring in his gravestone. Sandblasted into a 6-foot slab of solid granite, Buzz's gravestone weighed nearly 3 tons and cost us $7,000 to make. A small price to pay for a billboard that will last over 600 years. Once it was finally in place, we unveiled the design for Mike. Along with Petmania's name and address, I also added an extra incentive to get mourners into the store. But Mike wasn't impressed.
We need to talk about this.
Is it cool, or?
You notice there's nothing like that around here.
Yeah, Mike was concerned it was too big.
I put it there because these are burial spots. So there's a lot of money involved. I mean, money's not the issue on a lot of things, but
What would it cost to keep it? 500?
no more than that.
2,000?
Yeah, minimum.
After a brief negotiation, we agreed that for $2,000 it could stay forever. And within minutes, mourners were already taking notice and likely thinking about replacing their dead pets at Petmania. The next day, I brought Jennifer to the pet cemetery to show her what I had done for her business. I think you'll find this is exactly what we agreed upon.
Okay.
Okay, when I count to 3, I want you to take off the blindfold, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
Huh?
I don't
wasn't expecting that huge. I was just expecting like a natural rock.
Right.
Well, it's certainly going to bring people in to the store.
Jennifer loved the ad, and all that was left to do was celebrate. Champagne! Okay. Well, I was so happy to give Pet Mania the attention it deserved. And even though some might just see it as an ad on a gravestone, to me it was also the perfect tribute to a friend. During the course of making my show, I've run into a surprising amount of people I seem to rub the wrong way.
You know what you are? You might be the Wizard of Loneliness. You play Adventurous Jim. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure why that is, but I know that as a TV host, having a personality that people don't like is bad for business. And that's why I needed to make a change. So for the first week of shooting my show this season, I hired a focus group that represents a cross-section of American society to watch my every move from a nearby box truck. Tell me a little bit about your business.
We have the doors, we have mahogany wood.
Using a hidden earpiece, they were able to give me real-time feedback on the fly.
Express yourself with your hands, with your shoulders, with anything.
Say you've got the best prices in town that would help me become a more likable host. Wow, that's really cool to hear.
Yeah, there you go.
They told me how to engage with my audience more.
Like 500 models of those you could choose from.
Now, do you manufacture all the doors in this building?
We manufacture most of them in these buildings, yes.
There you go. Good job.
And they also had some fashion tips to make me more relatable.
I think a V-neck.
A V-neck? Really?
A blazer, a t-shirt with a blazer. Yeah, that's sort of popular style right there.
The only issue we encountered early on was that it was hard for the group to stay focused while we were mobile. But we quickly found a solution to that by bolting down the tables and strapping them in while the truck was moving. As the week went on, I was able to evolve my style to become more in line with their tastes, and a more likable me was starting to take shape. Good to meet you, man. So tell me about your foot massage parlor.
Oh, there we go.
Body motions are great.
We do also do facial and head.
Now, everyone loves the foot massage, right?
Oh, great. You looked out at the
Great
camera.
looking at the camera. Good job.
The group was absolutely loving who I was now. Now, is that a soapy water, or is it just plain water? Just water. Wow, that's so interesting.
There you go.
There you go.
And even though I'm still getting used to it, it seemed like I'd become a better version of me. But before fully committing to this, I wanted to put my new personality through the ultimate test. And we'll see that in a bit. But first, having a professional maid come to your home is one of life's great luxuries. But what begins as a desire to have a tidy house often turns into a day-long dance where your home isn't fully yours. Oh, you want anything? Oh, yeah, sure. A house clean is a full-day inconvenience. And that gave me an idea that would help Candy Polares of the Health Maid Service in Glendale, California, offer her customers a speedier clean. Nathan,
How are you doing?
I always do a weekend shake-up in front to establish that I'm not a threat.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's nice.
Something again.
Oh, cool.
And after some small talk, we got down to business.
A lot of people just want 2 people there for 2 hours, and they usually can do general cleaning of spaces.
So one maid takes 4 hours, 2 maids takes 2 hours. By that logic, 40 maids could clean a house in 6 minutes.
Well,
By
I appreciate
offering to
my
clean
house.
houses 40 maids at a time, Candy would not only double the amount of jobs she could do in a day, but her customers would likely pay a premium fee for a service that allows them to have a spotless home in the time it takes to go out and grab a cup of coffee. The plan is to help to offer the fastest clean in the country with 40 maids.
Well, if a customer, asks for that, if they want 20 people, 40 people in the house, I could provide it because I have the team, but they've never really asked for a turbo clean or anything like that.
No one knows to ask for something that hasn't been invented yet.
it just, I don't know how it would work.
Candy was intrigued, but knowing that coordination would be our biggest challenge, I first needed to do a test. So I found a guy who was willing to try out the service. Do you know the measurements of this room? And mapped out a detailed floor plan of the inside of his house. Oh, is there something?
Yeah, I think somebody stepped in dog shit outside and brought it in here, so.
I hope that wasn't me. So I guess they'll get that too then.
That'd be great.
Yeah. With a house to clean, the next day I had Candy assemble 4 of her best mates back at the office to be team leaders. 7 in the kitchen, 5 in the living room, and together we came up with a surefire plan to execute a 6-minute clean. For this to work, the maids would have to travel together. So I had a bus rented and outfitted with branding, and I parked it at a central location where all the maids could meet. Candy was able to assemble the 40 we needed from her roster, and after dividing them into groups, the team leaders assigned each individual maid a specific task. And after all the maids loaded onto the bus, Candy had to head back to the office. So it was all up to me to make this work. Okay? Knowing that this would have to be executed like clockwork, while en route to the house, I made sure that each maid had her individual role down pat. What's your job?
I'm doing the mopping under the bed.
You seem a bit unsure, so you can't be second guessing when we're in there. It's gonna go really fast. What's your job? To sing? Is that gonna take 6 minutes to sing?
Yeah.
It will? Take 6 minutes? Okay. Moments later, we arrived at the client's home. There was nothing more I could do to prepare them now. All right, we're gonna do this. Okay, now? Yes, the future of my concept was in the hands of a bus full of maids. All right, ready? Go!
Una verdecita.
Faster, go, 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 go. Pick up the pace. Hurry in. Hold on.
Oh, it's amazing.
Are you in a relationship right now?
LA is a really tough town to meet good people, so I guess that makes me in between relationships.
Yes, I mean.
What was your last relationship?
Well, you know, we were pretty serious and played house for a while. Yada, yada, yada. She married her ex-boyfriend, and I'm in LA training dogs.
Oh, crap. Hurry, as fast as you can. Let's go, guys, come on. Great job. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Once all 40 maids were out, I brought Jim in to see if he was satisfied with his clean.
It hasn't looked this good since we moved in. Realistically, it hasn't looked this good since we moved in. This place is dirty too. I mean,
Yeah, it looks terrible. All right, guys, we didn't hit our 6 minutes exactly. We were 8 minutes and 16 seconds. Regardless, Jim was very happy with his clean.
amazing job. Y'all did a wonderful job. Thank you very much. Absolutely.
What do you think of Jim? He's such a great guy for hosting here, huh? And he's single. Ladies, I don't know. You interested in any of them?
You're very kind. They did all the hard work. They did reserve the plus. They really did a good job.
You're lucky you need to do some hard work. All I was so impressed that I pulled off a rapid house tour, hopefully the first of many. And the next day, I returned to see if Candy now saw the potential of my idea.
I guess the biggest part would be kind of coordinating to see how they get there at the same time, but I think the cleaning itself, seems like it's doable.
I didn't know if it was going to work at first, and then it worked.
That's great.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe we could do something in the future.
Yeah, like what?
Other tasks, other opportunities.
Yeah, whatever, I guess. What are you doing later tonight?
I'm gonna go have, I guess, a late snack or something.
Oh yeah, alone or?
With my husband.
With your husband?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
It's great meeting you, About the business, I got a scoot, so
okay,
that's cool. See you later. Last season on my show, I helped a private investigator named Brian Wolf, who wasn't too fond of my natural personality.
Pink shirt and everything else. Oh, you're killing me.
But now, thanks to the advice of a diverse focus group, I was able to transform into a more likable person. So for my final test, I visited Brian at his home to see what he thought of the new me. So I've come a long way so far, thanks to you. So before I go in tonight to talk to Brian, just wanted to know, do I look okay as all the outfit?
You dress again. It fits you perfectly. V-neck and the blazer.
What the fuck is wrong?
This is good. Okay, so this is me.
This is you. Be proud of who you are.
With those encouraging words, I marched into Brian's house to see if my new personality would win him over. Brian, Nathan, how you doing? How you been? I want to tell you something, Brian. Last time I was here, I was a little nervous.
Okay.
And I wasn't really being myself. So I thought we could do this again.
Okay.
And this time you can get to know the real me.
Look at you. You're still a goober, but that's just you.
She's not
You know what I mean?
What are you talking about, goober? What's that mean?
Goober just means like a dork, a nerd.
I'm a nerd.
You know you're a nerd. You've been a nerd your entire life. There's nothing wrong with being a freaking nerd. You're a nerd.
I'm not a nerd.
All right, well, that's my opinion. Seriously, if I threw a football at you right now, you think you can catch it?
I can catch the football.
You can catch a football?
Yeah.
I doubt it. I doubt you can catch a football.
Brian still didn't like me, and after all the work I had done, I didn't know why.
Don't be sad. It's okay.
No,
Then when I returned to the
Tuman.
truck, I was shocked to discover that the group was trying to distance themselves from their own suggestions.
You wrap those legs around my face. You could sit on my face.
Why didn't you speak up before? I asked before I went in if this was good.
I didn't know it was going to be that long.
What do you mean? You didn't like the V-neck?
Not that long.
I asked you guys before I went in, what do you think of this look?
It's not
You guys said you liked the look.
It fits you perfectly. V-neck and the blazer.
That's when I realized there was a major flaw with my entire experiment. This new personality was based on the judgment of 4 people who had agreed to work out of the back of a moving box truck. Of course it was flawed. In the end, maybe there was nothing I could do to become the guy that everyone loves. But for a brief moment in time, it felt nice thinking that I had a chance. Can I get a little rubby-dub-dub? Good. All right. Absolutely. So this is all intentional?
Yes.
I mean, I've seen clutter, but you go all out.
I do my best.
Yeah, I mean, you have a full-size toilet bowl under your desk.
Nathan for You, new episode next Tuesday at 10:30. Or watch next week's episode now on the Comedy Central app.
My name is Nathan Fielder, and I graduated from one of Canada's top business schools with really good grades. Now, I'm using my knowledge to help struggling small business owners make it in this competitive world. This is Nathan for You. Nabil Khalil is the owner of Bouquet Plaza Liquor in Santa Clarita, California, and every day he deals with a problem that has vexed liquor store owners for years.
We almost have teenagers trying to come and buy alcohol. We almost
I
refuse
like
this.
this one.
But as far as I'm concerned, no business should ever have to turn away a paying customer. So I paid Nabil a visit to help him out. Every time you turn away a teenager who's trying to buy alcohol, you're losing a sale.
Yes, because that's what the law is.
So from now on, you allow them to purchase it, but they just can't take it home until they're 21. The main reason teenagers want booze is to look cool to their friends. So Nabil let minors purchase alcohol, but then held it in a storage locker until their 21st birthday. Bouquet Plaza Liquor would gain a ton of new underage customers who could then brag to their friends that they own booze. The plan? Increase business by selling alcohol to minors.
Could be possible, but when you get close to that age, definitely you don't want the voucher that says, "Oh yes, I own a couple bars of liquor," but where they are. So they want to have it.
Well, no offense, but I'm a bit closer to my teenage years than you are, so I think I know what youth these days want.
If they get the happiness of "yes, I have it," that would be great.
With Nabil on board, I created some tags that would work like a code check system for alcohol, so minors could reclaim their booze from storage once they turned 21. Now I had to get the word out to young people, so I arranged a meeting with the chair of the local youth little league in the hopes of landing a sponsorship deal.
Do you seriously are talking about putting a banner that says we sell liquor to minors?
These minors don't actually get to take home the alcohol until they're 21.
Well, I do understand it, but I'm not sure that we would tie that up to our little league. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't know if this helps in any way, but we'd also be willing to offer a free bottle of gin to every kid in the league.
No, I'm sorry.
Thank you for your time, then.
Well, thank you for your offer.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll work out. Oh, no. What is this for? What is this for? Oh, no. Thank you very much, then. Let me show you that. Yeah, we're done.
With sponsorship off the table, I needed a different way to reach the youth market. So I hired a teen actor to pose as a student to get the word spreading at a local high school. So right off the bat, before you talk about the liquor store or anything, you got to establish a rapport so the teens you're talking to think you're cool. So maybe talk about how school sucks, or a bit about how the internet's awesome or something, and throw in some swear words too. So try that.
Hey man, what's up? Hey dude, that internet these days is so dope, man. School sucks, dude. You can just go on the stinging internet.
With Connor trained, I gave him a backwards hat and sunglasses so he would look cooler. Then I sent him onto school property to begin spreading the word.
So how about that internet, man? What's up? All the teacher sucks, but the internet rules, So anyways, I got this cool tip. This liquor store down the block. It's called Bouquet Plaza Liquor Store. And it sells alcohol to minors. Okay, I gotta go back to skipping class.
With Connor working the school, I headed back to Bouquet Plaza, ready to receive our underage customers. And within minutes, they began to arrive.
Could you use the sign outside? That's real?
Yeah. I'm gonna grab some
alcohol or something?
I mean, I guess so.
Okay, you got
look at that.
40 ounce.
That's huge, buddy.
So you own this now. It's pretty sweet, huh? And so you get a claim check, so you're allowed to come back and claim it when you're 21.
Yeah, but I want it right now. I don't want it 2 years later.
With no refunds allowed, the minors had no other option but to fill out the claim check, allowing them to own alcohol without the consequences of consuming.
What you're doing is weak. That sucks.
It's cool and legal. Breaking the law is never cool.
It seems like a waste of money to me.
My plan was working, and Nabil was now able to sell to a whole new type of customer.
Why did I even just pay for this?
Because you're allowed to own the alcohol. Knowing that some teens wouldn't be satisfied leaving empty-handed, I had a corner of Nabil's store converted to look like a cool basement, so minors could take photos with their alcohol before it goes into storage that would help them brag to their friends. It felt great to make young people happy while teaching them about responsible drinking. So after closing up for the night, it broke my heart that I had to give Nabil some terrible news. I looked into it, and it turns out that what we were doing was extremely illegal, and, I gotta look out for myself. I'm sorry.
Good evening, sir. Yes. This business?
Yes, sir.
I'm afraid I'm going to place you under arrest.
Wait, what's going on, sir? How about
For doing good business!
You're not in trouble at all. I was joking.
So, it does work out?
Yeah, it's not illegal. I mean, he's not a real cop. He's a stripper. Yeah.
But the way he's taken to the news, man, it doesn't really good idea at all.
Oh, you don't like it? Like, it was a joke, he thought he was a cop,
That's what I'm saying. Even if it's going to be a joking attempt to bring that business man, bring him like a stripper, a guy stripper, it's not really going to be a conflict to have.
Alright. Javier Ortega is an exterminator and the manager of Bud's Agency, a pest control company based out of Woodland Hills, California. And he's desperate to expand his business beyond the residential homes he normally services.
It'd be great if, we had any kind of hotel.
Javier wanted a contract with a major hotel, and I had the perfect method to win him that deal. Rather than making it look like the hotel has an exterminator visiting, why don't you instead make it look like the hotel is winning an award?
Alright.
Every hotel's greatest fear is having to hire an exterminator because their arrival is basically an announcement that the hotel has pests. So if Javier could disguise his purpose to make it look like he's there to give the hotel an award, he'd not only delight guests, but surely win a contract with a hotel that wants to keep their pest problem a secret.
No, do I show up with the, as far as,
if customers see you coming in, they're actually going to be like, oh, this hotel is really good, rather than seeing an exterminator and be like, oh, this hotel is not so good.
You've done this before, you're a business major. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Javier was on board with the concept, so to sell this to a hotel, I needed to show them exactly how the system would work. So I had one of Javier's service vans rewrapped to look like a delivery vehicle for the Hotel Excellence Awards, a very prestigious organization that I made up. Then, Javier and I worked to develop a discreet method for exterminating every room in a hotel, like some sort of secret compartment that opens up. With the system now in place, I got permission from the historic Mayfair Hotel to shoot a demonstration video of our method that we could then present to their management. It begins by arriving in our covert vehicle, then removing what looks like a that's being awarded to the hotel. This serves a dual purpose, both getting our equipment inside and impressing guests as they see that they're currently residing in the hotel with the least amount of bed bugs.
The least bed bugs?
Yeah.
So, possibly some being there.
We're just delivering the award, we don't know.
Oh, okay.
Then, we make our way into the private back offices where we can safely remove all our gear without anyone seeing it. Once that's done, we convert our awards table into a custom-designed maid cart, and I change my outfit to look natural pushing it. The hollowed-out interior then allows Javier to travel from room to room without drawing any suspicion from hotel guests. You okay in there?
Yeah.
When we get to an infested room, the cart blocks the doorway, and Javier is able to sneak out without anyone seeing. A quick handoff of the vacuum then gets our equipment inside, and Javier can get to work spraying down the pest-ridden areas. Although we didn't find any in this hotel, Javier told me he often encounters mattresses that get so infested with bed bugs they have to be thrown out. So I also wanted to show the hotel manager that we had a method to secretly dispose of one without guests thinking anything fishy was going on. And since the Mayfair catered to a lot of Asian clientele, the perfect cover was obvious. In the guise of an impromptu celebration, we were able to take a mattress straight through the lobby, and once outside, All it took was a quick identity changeover to keep everything looking normal to onlookers. Then, in the blink of an eye, we're gone, without anyone ever knowing the hotel had a problem with pests. So later that week, I was hopeful our sales video would be enough to win over the Mayfair manager, Mike Chauvin.
Underneath that dragon is our mattress that was covered with bed bugs, infested with bed bugs.
And you can see we've been developing a new method of spraying the public areas using a blind man's cane. So to guess, it just looks like, oh, there's a blind man stumbling around the lobby.
Right. So that's what we're about.
And once our sales video was done, it was time to seal the deal. Let's get your signature on that contract.
I'm not going to make a decision right this minute.
Mike didn't seem to want to do business with Bugs A to Z, so I excused Javier to speak with Mike one-on-one. Hey, so it's clear you don't want to give a deal to us today, right?
Not without comparing all the numbers, though.
You know, I have a TV show, and on the show we like to have happy endings. So, would you be able to sign this contract just for the cameras?
It's just for the cameras as long as it's not binding.
Great. Here you go. Just sign here and just for the cameras. There you go. All right. So we have a deal then.
We have a deal in the TV show.
Oh no, but in the contract it said that I understand that when Nathan asks, will you sign this contract for the camera, I understand that that's code for will you sign the contract in real life. See that clause right there.
Right. The contract was presented to be under false pretenses.
Trust me, this is a good call, so you shouldn't feel bad about this.
No, you trick.
And it's not a trick.
No, it is a trick.
No, it's not a
And I
trick.
don't appreciate it.
It's everything was in the contract.
I don't appreciate it.
I get it, and I couldn't wait to share the good news with Javier. Yeah. All right. Happy, right? Okay. Good. Rub-a-dub-dub. Splish splash. Suck, suck. And these are just some of the sounds you hear if you paid a visit to Los Feliz Car Wash in Atwater Village, California. But one sound you won't hear that often is cha-ching. Amir Lankarani is the owner here, and he admits that lately business has been tough.
Occasionally can be very much so struggle.
But for a man whose business is cleaning, I was surprised by how filthy his office was, and it made me wonder if this was part of a sophisticated strategy. Do you keep your office this dirty to make a point to your customers that you only care about cleaning cars?
Yes, rather than trying to clean my office, I put my emphasis on cleaning their car.
So this is all intentional?
Yes.
I mean, I've seen clutter, but you go all out.
I do my best.
Yeah, I mean, you have a full-size toilet bowl under your desk.
So wait, the reason behind it is we bought it for our one of the bathrooms. Haven't had the chance to replace it yet.
You don't use that toilet?
Not yet, no.
Amir clearly had a unique approach for marketing his car wash, and that meant I had an idea that he was going to love. Los Feliz Car Wash is uniquely situated in a neighborhood with very few birds, so if Amir could somehow attract more birds to specific trees that overhang streets nearby, demand for his services would surely go up. The plan? More birds equals more business.
Birds?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with putting a bird in a tree.
That's true.
What they do after that is their own choice.
That's right.
So if they do that on a car, it benefits you, but
more dirty cars, more dollar signs coming inside the register. You're right.
Amir was into the idea, so the first step was finding the right tree to host the birds. Directly across the street from the car wash was the perfect branch that hung over traffic. This is where I needed them to be. Since I know birds love birdseed, I sprinkled some along the branch and all over the tree in the hopes of attracting them. But surprisingly, after a day, no birds had come. So I emptied out a couple of tuna cans and packed them with earthworms and soil, then taped those to the branches, thinking that this would be a more appealing tree. I even put tiny scarecrows and other trees in the area that I didn't want the birds to go in. But again, no bird showed up, and I wasn't about to spend the rest of my life helping this car wash. So I arranged for a bird wrangler to come and physically put pigeons up on the branch. But frustratingly, they weren't cooing enough to make the impact I needed. So I talked to the bird wrangler to see if she had any other ideas.
Chickens or peacocks, they feel pretty good.
I think chickens would maybe look a bit strange in the tree, though. Maybe.
No, chickens roost in trees.
So it wouldn't really stand out as being that weird.
No.
Okay, I trust your instincts then. Yeah. Taking Carol's advice, we added some chickens to the tree, which she said had to go more regularly. And it helped, but the dropping size just wasn't big enough to persuade people into getting their cars washed. So we arranged to have a peacock added to the mix that could drop loads 50% larger than the chickens. And with that, I felt like I had everything I needed to get things started. So I posted a sign at the car wash advertising a new special. Now I wanted to show Amir the birds in the tree.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it just looks Mother Nature, doesn't it?
So people are driving under, they're dropping all over cars, and then where are they going to go?
Right there across the street.
Yeah.
Makes common sense, doesn't it?
Now I needed to figure out a way to get cars to stop so the birds would have enough time to do their business. Sorry. I dropped my contact lens over here, so I'm just looking for it. Yeah, I'm worried you might drive over it. Oh, there's a lot of birds today. Sorry, there's a car wash down the street. They can do a really good job of taking it off. If you want, there's a coupon. My plan was finally paying off. The drop-ins were actually encouraging drivers to pay a visit to the car wash. And as the day progressed, do you know how to get to the Hollywood sign from here? Nature was taking its course. And even though I took a brutal splash in the mouth, I'd do it again in an instant if it meant bringing in one more customer to that car wash. So at the end of the day, I met up with Amir to see if he was happy with my results. So how do you feel about everything today?
Beautiful. Seems like the idea is working a little bit. Saw a few cars with the bird poop.
Yeah. Now, just so you know, I bought all the pigeons and the chickens for you, so you can go and put them up yourself if you choose.
Okay.
Now, I know this might be a bit of an awkward subject to broach, but I know you have an Employee of the Month program here.
Yes, we do.
I obviously showed you today that I did a good job, and so I was wondering if you would consider me for that.
For the Employee of the Month?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
Quite welcome.
Now, do you normally do a ceremony or something?
We normally just present them with a $25 gift certificate.
Okay. It maybe is a bit low for what I did. Is it possible to up it to 200?
Sure.
Great. Thank you so much. That's such an honor.
Welcome to our Employee of the Month meeting ceremony. This honor goes to the person who has shown the most commitment to the company this month, the person who has worked the hardest, and who is just the best person in general. This month it goes to Nathan.
Me?
Yes, you, Nathan.
Oh my God. Really?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm so surprised. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
So honored. Thank you.
And there's your 200 cash prize, your $200 cash bonus.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, if you can all form a line, then Nathan will walk past you and you can pat him on the back.
Okay, it's a bit embarrassing, but okay. Thank you. Oh, wow. All right. See you, I guess. See you later.
Okay, thank you.
What's that?
Absolutely.
You felt the buzz.
Starbucks.
This would be huge.
Oh, dumb Starbucks. Now get the full story. Nathan, for you, the dumb
This-
Starbucks episode next Tuesday.
This one would be huge. Dumb Starbucks would be giant.
Coffee controversy is brewing tonight. A new shop in Los Feliz is calling itself Dumb Starbucks.
Dumb Starbucks.
Dumb Starbucks. Dumb Starbucks. Dumb Starbucks. Dumb Starbucks. Dumb Starbucks. Dumb Starbucks. Its origins and owner are a mystery.
My name is Nathan Fielder, and I graduated from one of Canada's top business schools with really good grades. Now, I'm using my knowledge to help struggling small business owners make it in this competitive world. This is Nathan for you. Elias Zachlin is the owner of Helio Cafe, a small coffee shop in East Hollywood, California, and he prides himself in doing things a little bit different.
The atmosphere is very eclectic. You don't walk in and actually there's even not even a menu in my shop, and that's been done purposely.
But in a world where one company has practically perfected the coffee experience, going against the grain has caused Elias' shop to be empty. So I paid him a visit with a way for him to finally compete with the big players. The problem with you is you have great coffee, but just no one knows what this place is. You don't have a brand that people recognize.
Absolutely.
But maybe there's a shortcut to actually having brand recognition using a little something called parody law.
Parody law.
Often used by artists like Weird Al Yankovic and shows like Saturday Night Live, parody law allows you to use trademarks and copyrighted material as long as you're making fun of them. So if Elias could find a way to make fun of Starbucks, he'd be free and clear to borrow their valuable corporate name and image for his store. The plan? Turn the Helio Cafe into the world's first parody Starbucks.
So how do you make that a parody without it, you just not mimicking their brand?
Like the coffees could be Dumb Grande, Dumb Venti, Dumb Frappuccino.
Gotcha.
I mean, as a whole, the store could just be called Dumb Starbucks.
Right. That's okay. I see what you're saying.
But the dumb could be small, so people could come in thinking it's an actual Starbucks.
It's smart. I just don't know if people would get it. I don't know if people are.
Well, do people get what you're doing now? You're not that popular.
Right.
You have no menu.
That's true.
I mean, what do you have to lose by trying?
I mean, what do I have to lose? I don't know, actually.
Elias was on board, but he did have one major concern.
I definitely could not afford the lawsuit for Starbucks. Definitely not.
Based off what I read on Wikipedia, it seemed like my approach was legal. But just to be sure, I retained the services of attorney Peter J. Marks to guarantee it would protect it.
Dumb Starbucks.
But the dumb would be smaller, so people would still think it's a Starbucks.
If people think it's a Starbucks, you've got a problem. It's not really a parody then.
Apparently my legal footing wasn't as solid as I thought, but then Peter brought up one way I could cover myself.
Let's say you had a reputation as being someone who does lots of parody. Then they know, oh, he's just making fun of Starbucks because this is what he does.
So I had to become a parody artist.
It wouldn't hurt.
It seemed like I still had some work ahead of me, but before leaving, I needed to be sure I was protected. So if I do all this, then Starbucks can't sue.
This is America. People file lawsuits at the drop of a hat.
But if they sue, you're liable too, right?
Who's liable?
You.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Not unless I'm involved in filing and infringing their trademark.
Yeah, the appearance release you signed before had a clause that said you would be liable to if Starbucks sued.
I don't agree to this at all. I do not agree to pay all fees and damage to legal action because I have no control over let's read things.
Why did you sign that then?
Yeah, I signed it, and I signed it because I didn't have a chance to read it, and I
You're a lawyer, don't you read things before you sign it?
I tried to read things, but you wanted me to shoot, and I glanced at it, and this was my mistake. I'll acknowledge that.
Well, you signed it, so I guess you can.
Well, I'm not going to give it back because I'm going to.
I handed it to you just to look over, but you already.
No, I'm not going to give it back to you. I'm protecting myself and frankly you from an argument.
Well, you signed it. We have you on camera signing it, so it still holds up in court.
Have you on camera signing it?
Yes, we do.
Well, if you do, that's fine. Then you know how it terms. I'm going to put it in my pocket.
Well, no, we don't want it in your pocket.
We do want it in my pocket. Please. Please, you're in my office. I'm very serious, and I don't know if you're really trying to do this just for the show, but I'd like to get off my desk and I'm going to ask you to leave the office.
I was disappointed that Peter was trying to back out of the deal he signed, but our producers were eventually able to calm him down enough to keep shooting. They just said they need to get a shot of an insert of the document, like a shot of
It's staying in my pocket. It's not going to.
Well, we need to get just a shot of the clause for the scene. In the document. You can hold on to it. Just hold it out like you had, and then, yeah. This camera needs to get it out here.
Okay, that's how.
And then you can. Just make sure you get an insert of the actual.
You know, I'm about to. I don't know if you're provoking me or not, but I'm getting tired of this. I'm not going to be responsible for your.
My plan to have Peter share liability didn't work, so it was more important than ever that Elias and I take his guidance to protect ourselves. It would just be helpful legally if we had a history of being parody artists.
Okay.
I told him we'd only have 2 weeks to make as big of a splash as possible, so we got to work coming up with some songs that we could perform around town.
Something easy, something that anyone recognizes. Stone song, a Zeppelin song.
Yeah, maybe we could skewer them for being old.
Right. I can't get no erection, but I try, or something like that.
We had our first song, and after finishing the lyrics, I booked us a spot at a local so we could begin building our legal defense. Elias and I are big fans of the Rolling Stones. But, we were talking lately and we thought, these guys are kind of getting a little old. So. Our first performance actually went pretty well, but after our set, Elias expressed some reservations. Are you not confident in the lyrics?
I'm just not confident with this many people.
He was too nervous to get on stage again, so after writing more songs, I had to do the next open mic on my own. I'm not afraid to grab my balls. Everybody, come grab my balls. Don't let the checks run dry. Royalties share you tonight. Let's get that beard all gone. Too much stuff. Get that hair off. I thought the show went okay, but unfortunately the audience didn't agree.
I didn't really like that at all. It's not really my cup of tea.
It sucked. Maybe musical parody just wasn't in style right now, because when I looked online, no one was writing about my work. So I called Elias with a change of plan. I was thinking maybe, we move into some more visual parody and do like a more formal art show. Are you saying that this is not your priority right now, or what are you saying? Elias said he didn't have time to help, but I knew this was my last shot to become known as a parody artist. So I spent the rest of the week generating art pieces and booked a gallery space in a hip neighborhood to display my work. And after passing out flyers to make sure I had a crowd, my art show was ready to begin. Final touches on my parody art, we opened our doors, and right away I could tell people were digging my work. America being mostly about war, and Bank of America being about profits and money as well. I actually like that one. The meaning of this is actually just like, you put your money in the bank, it's really safe, like a tank. Okay. I'm just curious, What, in your opinion, makes this piece worth $2,500? Like, what did you put into it that would make it worth that much? Unlike my songs, my visual pieces seem to be making the impact I needed them to, as people seriously as a parody artist. Well, this catches my eye. The night was a success, and best of all, I now had the evidence to argue that Dumb Starbucks was just another one of my art pieces. But as the show was winding down, I found myself frustrated that Elias didn't even bother to show up. I was working night and day to help his business, and he didn't even seem to care. But I wasn't going to let an idea this good go to waste. So the next day, I returned to the Helio Cafe with my lawyer to make things fair.
Basically, as I understand it, what Nathan has related to me is that he has done the lion's share of the work in setting up the business, not only creating the concept, coming up with it.
Peter went on to say that Elias would no longer be a part of Dumb Starbucks, that I would be opening up a new shop on my own, and that Elias would be getting nothing.
Do you have any questions of me at this time?
Not this time. Not this time.
After severing ties with Elias, I could now proceed without his dead weight slowing me down. So I rented a vacant retail space in Las Feliz, California that would serve as the location for the first Dumb Starbucks. This reminds me of the metal in my house.
You have metal in your house?
Yeah. Construction began immediately, and it would take at least a week to build the shop. So in the meantime, I posted an ad on Craigslist seeking baristas with Starbucks experience. And after receiving some responses, I met with the applicants to see if they'd be a good fit. When you're interacting with customers, you know, it's important to have a good sense of humor. Do you have a good sense of humor?
Yeah, I think so.
So let's see some of that. Hi.
Hey, how's it going? How's your day?
Great. Yeah, it's going well.
Going well. How's the weather? You enjoying the weather?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm not. It's just too warm. And I'm getting over a sickness too, so it's even more warm than I'd like it to be.
That's fine.
Thanks.
Jeremiah was perfect for the job. I also hired Amber since we seem to have a lot in common. What would you say is your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness is that I'm too nice.
That's so funny. That happens to be my greatest weakness too.
Really?
Yeah. And with the store set to open in less than 24 hours, my crew and I put the final touches on making my parody Starbucks look as authentic as possible. Before long, everything was complete. And after giving Amber and Jeremiah their official uniforms, we had our first employee orientation to go over some company policies. So because of the size of the company, I'm also the HR department here. So we need to go over the code of conduct when it comes to relationships in the workplace. The rule of thumb is, if you begin dating another employee here, it has to be reported to HR. Also, because sexual tension is something that's very distracting in the workplace, if you find yourself attracted to another employee, that also needs to be disclosed. Do you want to go first?
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, everybody's different. So, like, for me personally, attraction is more than just...
I mean, who out of the people you work with are you attracted to the most, including bosses?
Okay, I'll go with you.
Me?
Yeah.
So out of everyone you work with, you're most attracted to. Right. And you heard that? Or?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, loud and clear.
So mine, I guess, would be you. And Jeremiah, I guess no one picked you. But for the record, I guess I do need to know who you are most attracted to.
Just say her.
Amber.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously, you know, she did pick me.
Yeah.
So that is unlikely what happened there. But it's good that I do know that for the record. And I think the fact that we've talked about it, now we can continue working as peers without there being any awkwardness. After our employee orientation, I showed Amber and Jeremiah around the shop. We got them acquainted with all the items Dumb Starbucks has to offer. The only thing left to do is unveil our new sign to the world. Ready? Ready. All right. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
And with that, Dumb Starbucks was officially open for business. Their sign now on display, and my plan quickly began to work as people started coming in thinking it was an actual Starbucks.
Oh, dumb Starbucks. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you thought it was Starbucks?
I did.
But the few customers we did get seemed to have trouble understanding what we were all about.
Do you have to license that food and drinks?
I mean, legally speaking, this store has to be categorized as an art gallery, so we don't have to abide by the same health regulations as a Starbucks would.
But who's talking about if, let's say, the food is dirty or if there's...
I mean, we don't want any of our customers to get sick, but if they do, technically that's part of the artistic experience.
It's such a big loophole.
Things were off to an okay start, but as the day progressed, I became frustrated we weren't getting the amount of customers I expected. So I headed out to a nearby coffee shop to try and spread the word about my new business. Just so you know, there's a dumb Starbucks that's opened up down the block. Is that okay? It's basically the same coffee, cheaper prices, and yeah, today, you know, you get a free coffee on me.
I understand you're trying to promote your company.
Right.
I admire that. That's great.
And I
do it on Starbucks property.
And I will be.
And every time I step back, you keep taking a step forward.
No, I haven't moved. I will be. You know, we started right here.
But
I will be. Okay, I will. Unfortunately, my marketing efforts were cut short, but I was at least able to get some free supplies. With an underwhelming launch day, I began to feel like I put in all this effort for nothing. But the next morning, things changed. Jeremiah called me to say there was a line of over 50 people at the store. Then I saw photos of my shop posted on a straight bodybuilding message board, but I couldn't have foreseen what happened next.
A new coffee shop with a familiar name creating quite a stir in Los Angeles. The coffee shop, get this, it's called Dumb Starbucks.
That looks exactly like a Starbucks. The logo, the lettering, the green coloring. How do they get away with this? Because they put the word dumb on top of Starbucks, so they're parroting Starbucks.
A coffee chain notorious for suing imitators may have finally met its match. At the counter, customers can order a dumb venti or buy a CD of dumb Nora Jones duets.
Some people waited in line for up to an hour.
It's an art gallery where coffee is considered art.
What's the point of the art? I mean, what's the message?
Condado cerró la cafetería Dumb Starbucks Coffee.
I was stunned. We had more customers than I ever dreamed of. And within 24 hours, Dumb Starbucks had become a worldwide sensation.
Yeah, there's absolutely artistic value. To me, this is a protest. This is a protest against the big fish, the Leviathans of Starbucks.
It was cool that people could draw their own meaning from a business that was just there to make money.
There's a rumor that it might be fancy, and we're all really excited about that.
I had inadvertently created something that was on par with one of the world's greatest artists.
Something tied to an art installation. Maybe this is Banksy.
Before I knew it, cups from my shop were selling on eBay for $500 a piece, and swindlers were even trying to cash in on the hype by hawking fake merchandise outside the store. By the end of the weekend, I realized that Dumb Starbucks was a bigger idea than I ever thought it could be, so I gathered the worldwide media to announce that we were expanding. I'm proud to announce that we'll soon be opening a second Dumb Starbucks location in Brooklyn, New York within the next 2 weeks. My business was not only a bona fide success, but for the first time in my life, it felt like people actually wanted to be around me. Whatever I had done resonated with the entire world, and the attention was like sunlight on my soul. My entire marketing plan depended on using their corporate logo to get attention, and the only way to legally do it is by using dumb. Every major network in America wanted to know my story.
Nathan Fielder.
I was invincible, and I have to admit, the view from the top was pretty nice. We're also famous for our pastries. I brought you some, actually. Pastries, yeah.
Oh, these are great. What do you call these? Are these
muffins, too.
Oh, wow, look at that. How weird. It says Bonds on the side.
I was all smiles, and my head was in the clouds. Then all of a sudden, reality hit.
The coffee shop called Dumb Starbucks that popped up in Los Feliz this weekend is now closed.
The Los Angeles Health Department shut down Dumb Starbucks yesterday because it did not have proper permits.
Right now, the future of Dumb Starbucks isn't clear.
Being shut down by the health department was the worst thing that could happen to me. I I was at risk of losing everything, and I realized that maybe I knew less about running a coffee shop than I initially thought. But then I remembered there was one person I knew with the knowledge to get me out of this.
I can do training, and I can source the beans, the health department to come in and plan check. That I can do.
When I returned to Elliot's to ask for his help, he wanted nothing to do with me. So you think we're not friends, and we're not...
My friends don't hire lawyers to come in and sign contracts.
I thought we were friends, or...
But my friends don't have cameras and lights, and lawyers, and producers. That's not how you establish a friendship.
Elias's words hit me like a ton of bricks. And in that moment, I realized that in building dumb Starbucks, I became someone that I never wanted to be. I began all this trying to help a struggling coffee shop gain recognition. And in my scramble to make things work, I put myself before my fellow man time and time again. In the end, I got everything I could have ever dreamed of. But what does success mean if the road that got me there is paved with broken hearts? They say that the devil is an artist, and if that's so, then maybe I was his greatest piece yet. So rather than fighting the health department, I decided it was time for dumb Starbucks to end. It may have been impossible to right every wrong, but it wasn't too late to begin doing what was right. Jeremiah, I'd like to give you my blessing to pursue Amber if that's what you want, and whatever happens after that happens. Bringing people joy is my true calling. I might have lost my opportunity to help the Helio Cafe in the way I intended, but with the world's eyes still on me, I could at least draw their attention to the place that needed it the most. Absolutely.
Yo, dog. Dog.
My name is Nathan Fielder, and I graduated from one of Canada's top business schools with really good grades. Now, I'm using my knowledge to help struggling small business owners make it in this competitive world. This is Nathan for you. Women make up some of the prettiest humans in the world, and for online dating websites like Dating DNA, those long-haired angels are a prize to be won. CEO Kevin Carmody admits that attracting more female users to his site is the key to growth.
Because right now we're probably 65% men, 35% women.
But to do this, you need a thorough understanding of how the female brain works. So I paid Kevin a visit at his penthouse suite in Irvine, California to share my expertise. The main reason most women are afraid to use online dating is because they think the person they meet up with could potentially be a killer and murder them.
I don't know that that's a big reason that women don't sign up for dating sites. We haven't had women contacting us, hey, I met this guy, and you're some murder them. Women.
But CEO Kevin Carmody admits that attracting more female users to his site is the key to growth.
Because right now we're probably 65% men, 35% women.
But to do this, you need a thorough understanding of how the female brain works. So I paid Kevin a visit at his penthouse suite in Irvine, California to share my expertise. The main reason most women are afraid to use online dating is because they think the person they meet up with could potentially be a killer and murder them.
I don't know that that's a big reason that women don't sign up for dating sites. We haven't had women contacting us, hey, I met this guy on your site, he was a creep, and this and that happened.
Well, you might not hear from those women because
I don't think that is and it's certainly a concern.
The solution is daddy's watching.
Okay.
Up until age 18, most women have a daddy keeping tabs on any man she goes out with. But once she gets bigger, daddy's no longer around. The danger still is. So Dating DNA offered a security service where female users could request to have someone secretly watch over their first dates. The website would quickly become the obvious choice for women looking to date online because they know that daddy's watching.
It seems a little condescending to me to women that daddy has to take care of you and daddy's watching it.
So you don't like the name?
I don't.
And before you say anything, it might not be good on camera to say anything bad about an idea that makes women safer.
Yes, but
you don't want to look like you're not trying to make women feel safe.
Yeah, and so that's something that may make a woman feel more secure. Sure.
Kevin loved my idea, but before he could offer it to his users, I needed to develop official guidelines for how the daddy's watching system would work. So I found a Dating DNA user, Cameron, who agreed to let me trial the service on one of her first dates. So your date will be arriving soon, and because we're trying this out for today, I'll be your daddy. We also have some branding kind of elements we're trying to incorporate. So if you're ever in fear at any time during your date, just yell out, "Daddy, daddy, come over now. Save my life. You made a vow."
Sounds good.
So, do you want to practice that?
What would happen if I just yelled help? Like, what's the significance of me?
If I just hear help, that could be anyone. But the daddy rhyme, I know it's you. All right.
Thank you, Nate.
Nathan. Yeah, you can call me Nate.
All right. Thank you.
Either way.
All right.
It's casual. With Cameron prepped, I got into position out front of her building. And knowing what her date looked like, I had a method to covertly vet him before he picked her up. Hey man, can you do me a favor? I'm just moving out of my building. Would you be able to take a photo of me in front of my building? Yeah. Is that cool? Yeah. I guess I packed my camera. I thought I had it on me. Do you happen to have like a knife or any weapon, anything sharp I could open the box with, like a gun or key? Okay. Where are you headed?
On a date, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool, thanks. Yeah, women, huh? Sometimes you want to kiss them, other times you just want to wring their necks, you know what I mean? You feel that way?
What do you mean?
Like sometimes you want to kiss them, other times you want to wring their necks. You wouldn't?
No.
But sometimes, when a girl says no, she really means yes, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
You're not a sex offender or anything?
No.
Okay. All right, yeah, have a good day. Cody seemed okay at first, but just to be safe, I preserved his fingerprints from the camera so I could give them to the authorities in case things took a turn for the worse. Moments later, they left for their date at the bowling alley, and I was sure to follow close behind. Once they arrived, they started their game and got to know each other.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Anaheim. I live in Westwood now.
And from a distance, it looked as though things were off to a good start. But in case something were to happen, I had a method that allowed me to be right next to them and completely invisible at the same time. Disguised as a female bowler in religious garb, I was able to be within earshot of Cameron and her date, ready to split things up if his strike celebrations got a little too touchy. Fortunately, that wasn't required. Cody seemed like a genuinely good guy, and I could tell Cameron felt safe as she really began to open up.
If two planes brought down the two towers, I could see that as being feasible. But what brought down building number 7?
Building number what?
Building 7.
My method was working perfectly, and after Cody returned her home unharmed, I went inside to see if Cameron felt as good as I did about the service. Do you feel like you felt safe?
Yeah,
everything?
it's pretty secure.
Disco
You didn't know it was me, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah, so
This is enlightened.
that shows that I guess that worked pretty well.
Yeah.
The Daddy's Watching system was a total success, but for it to work with Dating DNA, I need to build a staff of trained daddies who'd be as trustworthy as I am. So I put up some flyers that offered security work, and the next day I met with the one guy who responded to my ad. What would you do in this scenario? You're protecting the woman, and the guy tries to kiss her.
I'm gonna drop you.
What is that?
Hard enough right here where you land, where your windpipe. I push hard enough like this for about 3 seconds before I can put you out.
Cool.
Or back here, right here, underneath the lobe. But you have to go like that. Back here, by the lobe to get it. Push you out for about 30 seconds. This one here, push you out for about a minute.
So you know lots of moves.
I know a couple.
Mark seemed qualified for the job, but I still needed to see him in action. So I arranged the service for another dating DNA user and brought Mark with me to her home to see if he could handle his first real job as a daddy.
I know, Colin.
Good, thank you.
So Mark will be your daddy, and he'll be following you and watching you from a distance. So just so you know, we've given Mark all your personal information, your address, your name, photographs, your social. So if you go missing, he knows how to track you down.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, have a fun night, and yeah, thank you.
I've watched you before, so I got a problem.
Okay.
I'll protect you, watch you all the time. I said, I won't keep my eyes off you at all. I'll protect you until you get home. And I will tuck you in bed. So I'm going to tuck you in bed, and I'm gone. And make sure you clear that, I'm going to tuck you in.
Okay.
Mark made Polly feel safe, and that meant I could now return to Kevin and give him everything he needed to implement the Daddy's Watching system nationwide. It felt so good to help a struggling business, but I left that day knowing that I also helped make the world a safer place.
Hey, I moved away from here. If you don't mind, in a couple seconds, I'd like to take a picture. I don't have a camera. Camera's here. Sorry? Okay. No, come here. No, stay right here. No, come here.
Whoop. I assume most of you are impressed by how much I accomplish every week on my show, which is why I get so many people asking me how I stay so productive. Well, the secret is finding that one thing that motivates you more than anything else. And for me, that thing is fear of embarrassment. When I need to stay motivated to complete a task, such as writing my first screenplay, a passion project I've been working on, I'll often set up a camera and take a photo of myself in an embarrassing position, like posing as the meat in a human hot dog. I'll then print out the photo and place it in an envelope addressed to my grandma, someone who I'd never want to see me this way. Next, I'll hand-deliver the shameful photo to a nearby notary, who I instruct to mail it out if and only if I don't show proof of my completed screenplay in 2 weeks' time. With the real pressure of disappointing my grandma upon me, my ability to focus on my work goes way up, and I find I'm able to complete my goals in record time. And then all it takes is presenting my completed work to the notary to reclaim my letter. Thank you so much. It's been surprisingly effective in motivating me. I wondered if the technique could help others as well. So I put an ad on Craigslist seeking people who were trying to lose weight, something a lot of Americans struggle with. And I got several responses from people who claimed to have tried everything.
I've got horrible eating habits.
So lose weight, gain weight, lose weight.
It's hard for me to even find that it's something that I would stick to.
So it was time to see if fear of embarrassment could work for them. So who's someone in your life you wouldn't want to look bad in front of?
I guess my kids.
What's something that you think you wouldn't want them to see?
That I was having an affair or something. I wasn't going to leave their mom.
So what would be the photo?
If that were the line I was going down, it would probably have to be like me in bed with another woman. Wasn't my wife.
Fred decided the best motivator for him to lose weight would be a photo of him having an affair. So I had him pose in a bed with a model I hired and took a photo to make it look like he was caught cheating on his wife. Then I put it in an envelope addressed to his children that would be sent out if he didn't shed 5 pounds over the next 2 weeks. I tailored similar motivators for each of the other participants. Gina, a school teacher, agreed that a letter to her principal that reads, "I'm a little baby and I love to pee and poop," accompanied by a photo of her giving 2 middle fingers, would be sufficient incentive for her to drop those pounds. Tracy, a legal assistant, decided that addressing an embarrassing photo to one of the lawyers at her firm would help her out. And George, a retired war veteran, thought my approach would actually work for him.
I like that situation.
You would do this?
I would do that. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to get the costume?
Yeah.
Okay, do it. And after getting George dressed up as the human hot dog, I snapped his photo. Hey, look over here. Then printed out a copy for him to address to his mother, someone he didn't want to embarrass himself in front of.
That would wake her up, yeah, definitely.
And after weighing each of them in, I gave them 2 weeks to lose 5 pounds. So we'll check it later to see how they did. But first, Veronique Assouline is one of Beverly Hills' premier party planners, and she has big hopes of taking her company, Veronique Events, to the next level.
My wish is to be a bigger company with a lot of artistic directors and, one crew.
But to do this, she's going to need something that makes her different than everyone else. So I paid Veronique a visit to see if I could help. Oh, geez. When someone's having a party, the biggest stress comes from who to invite.
Absolutely.
I mean, sometimes there are just people you don't want to invite.
Yes.
But you don't want them to know you didn't invite them because then they'll hate you. But you don't want them to know that you don't like them, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to make choices.
But maybe you don't. These days, most party invitations are sent as a digital invite through email. So if it was possible to develop a technology that could send certain people's invites directly to their spam folder, Veronique's clients could invite everyone they know to a party while guaranteeing their undesired guests won't show up. And if confronted after the event by that guest, they could simply say, I did invite you. Did you check your spam?
Like, it's a great trick.
I mean, as the only party planner to provide this service, you would get everyone wanting you to plan their party.
I want to see how it works. I would love to have this information, and then if I have the use, yes, why not using it?
Before Veronique could offer this service to her clients, I'd first need to create the technology to make it work. So I hired a software engineer named Chris, who built me a custom invitation system to execute my idea.
All right, so this is the invitation form.
Right.
And then on this side, you enter the emails with your desired guests and your undesired guests.
So the emails in here go where?
The desired guest emails will be sent to the inbox, but with the undesired guests, I just put a whole bunch of spam words in that email, send it through a foreign server that was located in Russia.
So that makes it go to spam?
Yeah, so that makes it go to spam.
And what words did you use?
I use Viagra, penis enlargements. I put everything from 1-inch penis all the way to 10-inch penis.
Why 1-inch penis?
Because it's just more to put in there.
Because I've seen spam for like 8-inch penis, right? Yeah. But I've never seen someone, a spam email, say like, do you want a 1-inch penis? But yeah, it seems like you did a good job. Yeah. Chris sent a test invite to my email, and it seemed to work great, with the hidden keywords directing it straight to my spam folder. There it is. So the next day, I returned to Veronique to show her what I had developed. The program will add hidden words to those emails that will make them go directly to spam. There's penis, Rolex,
the idea is
penis enlargement, Viagra, 8-inch penis, 9-inch penis, 10-inch penis, 11-inch penis, Viagra penis.
I don't need to know exactly. Is it important for me to know this information?
And if your clients ask, you
Nobody
should
will
know.
get to it.
Well, some people might want to know how it works. It's interesting science. Veronique was impressed, but in order to show her the psychological impact my system would have, I decided to throw a small party at my place and put someone that I know on the undesired guest list. For this, I chose Solomon, who works on my show, because I knew it would hurt his feelings if he found out he wasn't invited. So after sending the invites, I headed home to prepare for my party. My plan was to take photos of the event and post them online so Solomon would see he missed out on a really fun party. Unfortunately, the few desired guests I invited said they couldn't make it on such short notice, but I still felt Veronique and I were enough to have a party. Do you speak French, or is it just the accent you do?
No, I speak French.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be rude, but I really have to leave soon, so...
With Veronique on the verge of leaving, I was hopeful the entertainment I hired would turn things around. A professional Bill Gates impersonator who I'd worked with in the past.
It's really great to be here. There's nothing like a party. You work hard all your life, especially trying to get Microsoft working. Microsoft, what would we have done without it? In the older office days in the 80s, you had big computers in a room. Enormous. And look at the technology now. it takes a vivid mind to run an event this Microsoft, and I'm very happy.
After Bill's performance, the party had reached its peak, so the only thing left to do was take some photos of the event before Veronique had to go. And after an hour of getting to know the man behind Bill Gates, why were you circumcised twice?
Well, the first time, there was a problem with the foreskin.
I wrapped things up, and the next day I posted my party pics on Facebook, where I was sure Solomon would see them. With everything in place, it was now time to test the impact of my idea. So I brought Veronique into the office for her to see it all unfold. Why didn't you come?
Didn't know about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
I invited you.
I didn't see that.
Did you check your spam?
I'm gonna check right now. Yeah, it went to spam.
Oh, that's too bad. Did you think for a sec that I didn't invite you? Or?
Yeah, I thought.
You thought I didn't invite you, but really
It was the
email's fault, yeah. Alright, cool. Catch you later then.
Okay.
So good. Yeah. It's like thought at first I didn't like him, and then you realize it was just the email's fault. So you're gonna use it, or?
I mean, let me check first on a few.
Sounds reaction, right?
Yeah, the reaction. I mean, the reaction was what you expect from people, but thank you very much.
Oh, did you want a hug or anything?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
It's been 2 weeks since Gina, Tracy, Fred, and George committed to losing weight using fear of embarrassment. So it was finally time to come back to the office to see if they each met their goal of losing 5 pounds. Before Fred, you were 270. Now you're 257. You lost 13 pounds. Wow. I don't believe it. That's wow. I was blown away. My method seemed to help everyone meet their goal, except for one person.
Oh my God.
Tracy was a pound shy of a 5 we agreed upon.
I thought I lost it.
And that meant I had to up the line of the bargain and send her embarrassing photo to an attorney at the law firm she worked at. So the next day, I met Tracy at her office to give her emotional support as she hand-delivered her letter to one of her firm's founding partners.
What are you doing, friend of mine? This is Nathan.
I'm Nathan.
Attorney works in our office in our firm. What's your relationship with?
Well, Tracy's been involved in a new type of weight loss program. Unfortunately, she didn't meet her recent goal, and she has something that she needs to show you. But before she does, I just want you to promise me that you won't pass any judgment on her. So, Tracy, did you want to? Well, it's your thing, it's not me.
Wow. Wow. I see what you mean. Okay. Well, let me say this. To submit something like this to a church member who's a long-standing member for 35 years is very hard for me to kindly give the benefit of the doubt.
At first, Michael didn't seem to get it, but after some explaining, he could finally accept Tracy's approach.
It's a tactic to get me to lose weight, to help me, to motivate me to lose weight.
Anyone that did hate Jesus wouldn't care about that photo being sent out.
So you're saying these are not your sentiments?
So clearly, I'm letting you know I do not hate Jews. And I'm sorry if I came out there making pretenses.
Okay, if it's for weight loss and she explained it clearly like she did a few months ago, then I would accept it. It's a benefit.
Do you have any secrets?
Yeah, I have secrets. And I do it when it's
bad secrets?
I think, yeah.
Fair enough.
Nathan for you, new episode next Tuesday at 10:30. Go watch next week's episode now on the Comedy Central app.
My name is Nathan Fielder, and I graduated from one of Canada's top business schools with really good grades. Now, make it in this competitive world.
I just wanted to recap some ground rules. You're allowed to get up and grab another snack. Beyond that, I'll let you take
Yes. He's made it free. Andy Farshidian is the president of the Andy OC Taxi Company, and he blames all his troubles on one thing. Trendy ride-sharing programs like Uber have been grabbing headlines lately and caused taxi companies like Andy's to take a big hit.
But to be honest, I like to talk with one of the men at the firm told me
So I paid him a visit with a guaranteed way to get his company back in the spotlight. And ride-share programs, you know, are screwing it, right?
I'm a 21.
My spoiled sister was arrested
And you need to get the attention that they're getting. And the way to do that is to give free rides to pregnant women.
How this connected to the success in the cab business?
Every time a baby is born in a taxi cab, it becomes a huge news story. So if Andy did a special promotion where he offered free rides to women who were pregnant, it would only be a matter of time until the miracle of life happened in an OC taxi cab. The plan? Increase the odds of a backseat birth with free rides for the pregnant.
I never thought about this.
You just do it till you get one. Then you'll get all this press.
Yeah, that would be great.
I should ask, your cabs are clean, right? Andy was on board. Now I needed to get pregnant women aware of the promotion. So I approached a yoga studio that offers prenatal classes and asked them to get the word out to their students. That would be great if you could push this.
Why only their third trimester?
That more has to do with our marketing needs.
Got it.
And within a few days, we started getting calls. So I headed out with one of Andy's drivers, Armin. And while we waited for our first customer, I got to know him a little bit. So do you have any secrets?
Yeah, I have secrets. And I told you it wasn't a secret.
Fair enough. Bad secrets?
I think, yeah.
Yeah?
I think.
And moments later, it was time to start giving rides to pregnant women. So how far along are you?
I'm 37 weeks.
So
Anytime soon.
But with a woman who was 9 months pregnant now in the back seat, the reality of what I was doing began to set in. I hadn't taken any safety precautions at all. And if a woman were to have a baby in here, would Armin, with all those secrets, be fit to deliver it? And that made me realize there might be a better way to do this. It occurred to me that a hatchback taxi and a hospital birthing table have very similar qualities, and a hybrid of the two could be the solution I needed. Throw in sterile conditions and a medical professional to deliver the baby, and I'd have a completely safe birthing option that would be even more headline worthy because it's never been done before. So I put an ad on Craigslist seeking pregnant women that hadn't yet decided their birth plans. And within a few days, I got a response from a woman named Shantae who is 7 months pregnant. The way I see it is a cab that would be at your house or very close to your house.
Okay.
I'd want everything to be completely sanitized in a way that's just as safe, if not safer, than a hospital.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I think I would probably need to think about it more and discuss it with my boyfriend.
I mean, the way you and your son would be famous.
Yeah.
Shantae was surprisingly intrigued, and I was stoked that this might actually happen. So I went back to Andy to bring him up to speed. I actually found a woman who potentially might be willing to give birth in one of your taxi cabs.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
How much you have?
We haven't talked about money or anything, but I only want to do this if it can be done completely safely.
I said I do it safely.
You're not just saying that right now, right? Because I'll walk out right now. Being safety is number one. Okay. Because I see dollar signs in your eyes.
I know, but one eye is dollar sign, one eye is safety.
So dollar in one eye.
Dollar in one eye, and babies in other eyes.
It just is a baby.
Yeah, that's a baby sign, yeah.
What does the baby look like?
Looks like a small, cute baby with a smile.
Good. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Sure, man.
Safety first.
Safety first. Baby second.
Okay. With Andy on board, the next step was finding a location for the taxi work to take place. So I rented a warehouse near Shantae's house and had one of Andy's taxis brought there to be the birthing vehicle. Next, to make sure the birth happened safely, I hired someone who'd be able to deliver the baby. You're midwife.
I'm a student midwife.
You're a student midwife.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're not quite, but you pretty much know the same stuff. And she assured me that doing it in a taxi would be no problem.
We're used to moms giving birth wherever.
But just trusting the word of a student midwife was a risk I wasn't willing to take. So before showing this to Shantae, I had a licensed obstetrician, Dr. Mazar Askarashi, come in to ensure that Kim was fully qualified to handle this birth. If you went in and checked out the midwife, do you think you'd be able to tell if she knew what she was doing or not?
I can ask Lisa questions and see if she responds appropriately.
Not wanting to offend Kim by questioning her expertise, I had the doctor dress up as a car mechanic so he could secretly vet her to see if she was up to snuff. When you go in, you're a mechanic that's just there to check out the car.
That's fine.
Okay, you still sound maybe a little bit smart. I don't know if there's a way you could put on more like average Joe accent or something.
I guess I can try to be more run-of-the-mill.
You know, I'm here to just check out the car.
I'm here to check out the cop.
The car.
The cop. The cop.
The car, yeah.
No, here to check out the cop.
Yeah, that's great.
You think that's going to be better, or just use it?
Yeah, I think it'll help make you seem like more of a mechanic.
All right,
great. The doctor all set. I brought him inside to meet Kim. This is Teddy here.
Hi, Teddy.
Teddy's
check out the cop.
Okay.
a native from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
So
I'm looking for the accent. I've been listening for the accent.
Come and goes.
I used to live in Brooklyn.
No, where?
Right. What part are you from?
The north side.
The north side of Brooklyn.
What do you got going here?
our covert plan was working, as Dr. Karachi was able to subtly slide in medical questions without Kim suspecting a thing.
Man, I'm from Brooklyn. I'd rather have a pizza. What happens if she does leave one of those epidural things?
And once he got all he needed, he completed his inspection of the car.
There's no might not even have much to do back.
Waited his report.
For the majority of deliveries, absolutely fine.
You think so?
Yeah, because the majority of deliveries happen naturally.
Dr. Karachi's evaluation gave me confidence in my plan. Now all I needed was for Shantae to say yes. The day had finally arrived, and with the birthing vehicle medically sound, I had a PA come in early to sterilize the warehouse. Now it was time to see if I could convince Shantae and her boyfriend Damien to have their firstborn child in an Andy OC taxi cab. Pretty great, huh? As you can see, it's completely done up.
Totally different. Wow, totally different.
Wow.
After explaining to them how it would all work, I eagerly awaited the couple's decision.
The idea, everything is great, but now that I actually see the finished product, I feel like I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
Is it because there's not enough towels? Or?
No, actually, I love the towels.
Oh, okay.
The towels are actually great.
If everything was, to be set up like an actual hospital.
I was surprised that Shantae and Damien were having full feet. Fortunately, I had a plan B. At the end of the day, we can't forget who this is all about.
Yeah.
Andy, who's the owner of the OC.
GMC Canyon AT4.
So, before you leave, I do
All
think
new 2023
you should hear
Canyon
from him.
23.
Oh, okay.
With the couple on the brink of walking dead,
Nina,
my
all
only
new 2023 GMC Canyon AT4X. 310 horsepower. 430 foot-pounds of torque. 5,500 towing capacity. Off-road chassis package. 3-inch factory lift. 2.7-liter high-output engine. Redesigned headlamps. Redesigned 30-inch off-road grill. 10.7-inch ground clearance. 17-inch speedlock capable wheels. Obsidian Rush AT4X leather interior with red seatbelts for safety. Giant screen.
Too much other stuff to accommodate.
Multimatic DSSB dampers. Front and rear e-lockers.
Like maybe like word of mouth.
Nina, all new 2023 GMC Canyon AT4X. 310 horsepower.
Just gonna have it at the hospital.
Anything that you want.
Thank you so much.
Diet work.
Immediate Chante said
Give a call and say.
but Andy wouldn't give up.
So it's about you. No, no, it's not about you. No, sound like you
That's it.
look what you're trying to convince us that it's all about you.
The baby sign was gone from his eyes, replaced with another $. He was no longer seeing them as human beings, but instead just a way to get rich. So I had to do what was right. Please. Okay. You can go. Thank you. It was sad that things didn't work out the way they wanted, but sometimes in business, success also means knowing when to stop. I think what happened today is a perfect example of greed infecting someone's brain, and that infection happening worse. You lost focus, forgot what's the most important thing in your life.
What did you get?
Definitely. I think we just have to let this one go.
Maybe someone dance like it.
I mean, maybe. I respect you so much as a businessman, but I just don't think we see eye to eye as human beings.
How you doing, girl?
430.
Yeah, this was
Best of luck with everything.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's it.
For a business, nothing says success like a line down the block. And for LA's Pink's hot dogs, they've and even though things are going well, owners Gloria and Richard Pink are always looking to step things up.
Any business that isn't improving is falling behind.
Yeah, we're always looking for ways to improve the business.
The Pinks were fairly crazy about their brand, but when I went undercover to scope things out, I discovered a glaring problem that was keeping them from making even more money. So I paid the couple a visit with a way to attract a new type of customer. I wore a pink shirt today because your name is Pinks. Right, yeah, okay. Right now, a huge line of Pinks is turning off a slew of customers that don't have time to wait. But Richard and Gloria would easily be able to capture those sales with a simple rule change. Line cutting allowed if you're in a hurry.
I hate to prejudge it, but customers that saw that someone else got the advantage would probably be upset.
I want you guys to know that I'm determined to protect your brand at all costs.
All right, so let's see how you do that.
Okay?
Okay.
The Pinks agreed to let me prove my idea to them during the Friday lunch rush. So the next day, I placed a sign near the street advertising the new rule. To avoid chaos by everyone saying they were in a rush, I came up with a list of 5 acceptable reasons for cutting to the front of the line. Doctor's appointment, job interview, picking up a kid from school, funeral, or if you're an air traffic controller who's late for work. The new policies seem to be attracting customers who are driving by, even though most of them didn't qualify for line cutting.
I'm a pilot, but I'm not.
You're not an air traffic controller. But there were several people with legitimate places to be. You have a doctor's appointment today? And who's your doctor? Dr. Paya? Dr. Paya? Hi, I'm calling to confirm an appointment for Jason. Jason Wolf? Great. Okay, thank you so much. And once I was able to confirm their reason is to cut in line as a doctor's appointment, is that okay? Okay, customers could cut to the front of the line without anyone getting angry. As the day went on, the system seemed to be working great. Really? Who's the funeral for?
Connie Mandel.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. But as the lunch rush was winding down, I saw something that disturbed me. One customer that I met earlier said he was in a hurry.
I have a doctor's appointment. I forgot.
You have a doctor's appointment today? You really do? Well, when I tried to confirm it, he couldn't give me any information. What's your doctor's number?
I don't have his number. I don't have the number. I just have to go and ring.
Giving him the benefit of the doubt, I allowed him to cut to the front. But now, 45 minutes later, he was still sitting there, taking his time. And I began to suspect that he didn't have a doctor's appointment at all. So I told one of my cameramen to secretly follow him to his car. And once he drove off, I followed in close pursuit to see if he was telling the truth. A bit late for the doctor by now, aren't we? After 30 minutes of tailing him, he let us straight into a lie. He wasn't going to the doctor. He was seeing a movie instead. An excuse that wasn't on my list. It was an unbelievable slap in the face to the Pink's name. So that evening, I returned to the restaurant to see how Gloria wanted to handle this.
So he cut in line, got his food, and then later
He went to see a movie. You know, I think if you don't do something to respond, it could make you as a brand look weak.
Well,
so with your permission, I'd like to take this guy on a boat, and then once he's trapped at sea, teach him a lesson he'll never forget.
whoa, that's pretty harsh.
After my conversation with Gloria, Richard escorted me out and said that he no longer wanted my help at Pink's. But when I make a promise to a business, I'm determined to protect your brand at all costs. I always keep it. And that meant I had to show this guy on my own what happens when you mess with Pink's. So using the number from his appearance release, I told Jonathan I was calling from the Pink's head office with some exciting news. You, my friends, are the 10 millionth Pink's customer. I am serious. You have won a lobster lunch for one at sea.
You have what?
At sea.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Jonathan bought hook, line, and sinker. So I docked a boat in the San Pedro Harbor and then sent a limo with 2 hired models to keep the ruse going on the way to sea.
I'm so excited to be the 10 millionth customer of Pink's. I love their hot dogs. I'm so excited to represent them.
Once Jonathan arrived, I had him right where I needed him, and he was about to learn that taking advantage of Pink's does not go unpunished. Shortly after, we headed out to sea, and Jonathan had no idea that his life was about to change forever. What's your personal tagline?
Live life how you want to live it and enjoy it. Because no one can hurt you.
Don't answer to no one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do not answer to nobody.
Yeah. I'm just so happy that the 10 million Pink's customer turned out to be such a selfless and honest guy.
Yes.
Once we got to deep enough waters, I led Jonathan up to the top deck where my plan was about to unfold. Have a seat at your own personal table.
This is so gorgeous.
Out at sea. Huh? And here we go. I hope you're hungry for nothing. Now, hiding behind a curtain were 4 people that Jonathan had callously cut in front of to get his hot dog first. You're not the 10th customer. You're here today because I know you didn't have a doctor's appointment. I saw you go into a movie theater.
Are you serious?
Yes. And these are 4 people that you cut in front of that you thought you were better than, including a 9-year-old girl.
Don't be mad.
I just don't understand why you would cut it.
I am truly sorry. I'm really not like that. I'm not a liar. I mean, even though I did say that, I was in a lot of. I just
He
didn't.
asked if we wanted to go, and he asked the guy behind us if we had anything on the list, and we both said no.
But you know, I wasn't lying when I
Are you sure I don't want to do it in this and you're like, sure, go on. We thought it was a doctor's appointment, and we thought we were being kind to a stranger who was in a hurry and wanted to grab a bite to eat before the doctor's appointment.
Now that Jonathan understood how his actions affected others, it was time for his punishment. The initial plan I had in mind was to unload all the passengers except Jonathan into a second boat and then sink the main boat with Jonathan on it. But my legal department said that this was too unsafe, so I reluctantly agreed on a milder punishment. You have to take a piece of gum from this ordinary pack of gum.
What is that?
It's just an ordinary pack of gum.
I'm not gonna do it.
Jonathan, this is not a negotiation. You did something wrong, and your punishment is you have to take a piece of gum from this ordinary pack of gum.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around while I do it.
Okay.
I really want to see. That hurt.
Yes, it wasn't a normal pack of gum. It was shock chewing gum. Now that he had paid for his crime, I wanted to be sure that Jonathan left this boat a better man. Inside all of our anatomies, there's 2 parts. There's a part that's a liar, and a part that's a cool guy. And you're letting the part that's a liar take over your whole body. Deep down inside you, Jonathan, I know there's a good, cool guy. And I feel like if you really work on yourself, within a few years, you could even be the one trapping people on boats.
Oh my lord, okay.
You shouldn't be laughing right now.
No, but you're so weird.
No, Jonathan, I'm not weird.
You are crazy.
No, I'm normal. I teach people lessons when they do something wrong.
You're very manipulative and conniving, and I don't like it.
Whether or not Jonathan learned his lesson, I left that day knowing I had accomplished something important. I upheld my promise and returned dignity to the name I vowed to protect by letting the world know that this is what was waiting for them if they decided to live with things.
Absolutely.
On an all-new Nathan for you.
Sure.
Nathan for you, new episode next Tuesday at 10:30.
You're this son gangster.
Episode now on the Comedy Central app.
Okay. Do the thing, man.
My name is Nathan Fielder, and I graduated from one of Canada's top
Look at
business
that, man.
schools with really good grades.
That was so sick.
Now, I'm using my knowledge to help struggling small business owners make it in this competitive world. This is Mark Rappaport, owner of Marky Sparky Toys. And of all the products he's invented, one stands out as the absolute worst. The Doinkit is a strange ball that doesn't do much. And unfortunately for Mark, it hasn't been the biggest seller either.
It's not all fun. It's all fun and games until nobody buys your toys.
But as far as I'm concerned, the quality of the toy shouldn't matter when you're selling to kids. So I paid Mark a visit with a way to get those Doinkits sold.
Look at this
When you're
thing,
a kid, what's the one thing you want more than anything?
Power.
No. To not be seen as a baby. It's very easy to market to kids because their brains are so small. So rather than selling a ball, Mark should be selling an identity for children. That identity
What was so
is
gangster?
the only way to prove the baby.
No. No.
This is marketing 101.
According to you.
Well, that's what sells products.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I am so excited.
Am I sensing some sarcasm?
Yes.
Mark wasn't convinced and said there was only one thing that could win him over.
Cash. Money.
I needed to show that this would be profitable, so later that week, I arranged a focus group to see if my marketing approach would work with actual children. When I show this to you, what do you think? Do you want it? Why? It's dumb? Okay, hold on a second, guys. I just got a call. Hello? Oh, yes, sir.